I got the best dick tip in the world. My dick head, I would put up against any dickhead in the world. Swear to God. Absolutely swear to God. So, but you like balls.
All right.
It's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network. Today we got Frank Grillo on the show, stuntman extraordinaire, action movie star.
He's in literally all of my favorite movies all the time.
56-year-old fucking sex bomb. Looks, if you like took all of our best attributes, put them together, multiplied it by 2, we'd be like halfway to.
If you took all the best attributes of people who are better than us, then
he'd still fall short.
He'd be 56-year-old Frank Grillo.
We got top fives and voicemails and all that coming as well. Today, this week though, Wednesday, September 15th, back on stage at Caroline's in Manhattan. So if you are in New York City, come through. I don't think there's any restrictions. I don't think anything's crazy. I think it's just a regular ass show. So full capacity. Tickets still available. Go to carolines.com and you can get tickets. We're going to hang out afterwards, drink some beers, take some pictures. Really, our show is just like a happy hour. It's just like, come through and we're going to drink and talk.
I think, actually, so last night we went to the 9/11 tribute show at MSG, and I thought parts of that were like our show. Yeah. It was like kind of buzzed people just talking.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a selling point or not. Yeah. It's a selling point to me.
Yeah. Okay? It wasn't like this like
actually, I've performed buzzed before. I performed drunk before. Not like our shows, but like we've done live streams and shit like that at like fucking bars. I mean, I've performed drunk as shit. Like, I mean, performed on a live stream at like Hurricane O'Reilly's and shit like that. I have never been performed as drunk as Dave Chappelle was.
Dave Chappelle was absolutely hammered. We will talk about it. But I mean, their show, when it's like a bunch of friends, they're just kind of like, all right, who's next? Like, come on up, no big deal. It's not like it has to be like this perfect thing that flows. And that's
like
kind of our show.
Shit kept breaking. It was very much a Barstool different
show. The mic
show.
didn't work. That's exactly what happens to us.
Many times.
Put the over-under at 1.5. 1.5 mic problems at our show. Take the over every time.
Let's say audio problems, because also we like sometimes music just doesn't play.
Yeah. We're like, play the clip, just doesn't work. Or I'll come out there, I just start talking, it's like, so yeah, it's 9/11 Remembrance Show with 15 of the greatest comics of all time. Very similar to KFC Radio Live.
Yeah, it was exactly the same. I thought
very
there were multiple times, and guess what? Way cheaper ticket in KFC Radio.
Yes,
way cheaper.
And you get to like I said, it's you get like a meet and greet built in basically because we're fucking morons. We don't charge for it.
Yeah, people charge to talk to them.
It's crazy.
We just go to the bar.
It's crazy.
It's easy.
I'm telling you right now, get it in while you can. We're charging for meet and greets next. Fuck it. Everybody else does.
If I'm gonna die from coronavirus, I might as well
get an extra $20.
If I'm gonna die from the Delta variant, I might as well be able to fucking take an Uber home rather than Subway.
I felt that.
Go to carolines.com. Check out all of our social media. Doors, I think, are at 8. Shows at 8, I think. Doors at 7. I don't know. Fucking figure it out yourself.
Yeah.
And we'll see you there Wednesday night. KFC Radio Live is back, baby. Today's episode of the show is brought to you by Cop Shop.
Makes sense why Frank Grillo's on the show.
Yep.
Things just really lined up there.
Started to click. So there's this guy named Teddy, and everyone's trying to kill him. So on purpose, he gets himself locked up in jail so that he can survive the night.
This is Gerard Butler. No, Teddy's Frank Grillo.
That's
some. Hey, by the way, Cop Shop would have been nice for a screener. Just saying. Just throwing that one out there.
That's I think I'd rather just take my chances with the bad guys than go to jail.
Well, he's in jail. See, this is. I'll fill you in here.
Okay.
Jail is different than prison.
Right. Oh, so
jail.
He's just in like a one-night jail.
Yeah, I've been to jail.
Yeah,
I've never been to prison.
I'm not going to prison. Right. But then the problem is the most badass hitman gets himself locked up too, so that he can kill Teddy. And by the way, the movie that we're talking about is all sports fans. It's called Cop Shop, and the hitman is played by Gerard Butler. You know him from Everything Has Fallen. Insert word, has fallen.
Yeah, Night Has Fallen coming out soon.
No, really?
Yes, Night Has Fallen is the 4th installment of the Fallen franchise. I fall in love with franchises because franchises are fun, and this is a great one.
Yeah, and Cop Shop added to the fucking list. So Go check it out. It's rated R, only in theaters on Friday. Grillo in it, Gerard Butler in it. The next great, action hero, action fun, jam packed.
I've seen many a preview for this. They were on all day on NFL Sunday. It looks awesome. It's just perfect.
Right up
perfect.
your alley.
It's right up your my alley. It's people talking shit and things blowing up. It's perfect.
Last night was right up my alley. It was a comedy show, dark humor about a horribly tragic life experience. Sign me up. I felt awkward last night.
Did you?
Because
I think we both felt awkward because you know what I noticed? And this, I think, is actually kind of a negative review of a comedy show. And I kept trying to change it, but we both sat like this a lot.
Well, okay, I'll tell you why I sat like that. Because of your fat fucking arms.
Well, I was sitting like this too.
Yeah, but you were, because you're bigger than I am, you were like into my space. And then Raina was on my side, so I didn't want to like be in her space. So I was either sitting, I had to like sit like this.
You like getting timeout?
Yeah. I got bitched. I got bitch seat last
night.
Like
they weren't even fucking.
But then my arms were kind of like, there was no armrest because we were like on the floor seats with just like the fold out chairs. So I don't like that to begin with. Like when I'm just like sitting like this, I hate that. I'm just like, I need a good armrest in my life.
I don't know if you've noticed. When I get in, I pop them up.
I know it's crazy because you got your fat fucking brolicky arms out there flapping in my way. So then I needed to like when you do this, you kind of like lock your arms. You know what I mean?
Right.
They just kind of, you don't have to hold them up at all. So we were both we were sitting like that. But that's because I didn't want to like go into her space and you're taking up 6% of my space. You were just
6%?
Yeah, you were just like
that's
a slitter.
not a very big number.
No, it's not.
Okay.
But it was just enough that like if I were to just like put my arms out, we would just be like arm to arm the whole time, and nobody wants that. Nobody wants to just be like
Kevin,
flush arm to arm.
I gotta be honest, baby. I'd be fucking totally fine.
No,
here arm in arm with you.
Here's
I'm gonna hold
can I give you?
show.
Can I give you? You want to do the whole show like this? I'll give you my one negative review, and we'll get into the positives. This is not like a thing like we love the show. It was 4.5 hours.
That's my review.
That was too long. Like I was just.
I'm not doing that.
I was just like I needed to get up. Like my ass was hurting. I was like I've been just sitting in this chair for 4.5 hours. I gotta go, bro.
And even 4.5 hours is long to do anything. But laugh in particular. Because like most comedy shows, specials are all an hour.
And
for
you
a
pack
reason.
it in, you get your laughs in, and then like you get it out.
And it's obviously different because everyone was doing like 20 minutes rather than full sets. But 4.5 hours is a long time to laugh.
It's 4.5 hours is too long for anything that's not sleep. That's it. Think about it. What else can you do in the world for 4.5 hours?
Even a flight.
Yeah.
Because 4.5. Like I think when we went to Vegas, it's like 4 hours. The 4 hours are fine. You watch 2 movies, movie and a half, movie and a show, whatever. That last half hour, you're like, get me the fuck out of here.
Taxiing and shit. It's like, no! So, all right, but here's why I felt weird. I was thinking, like, it was so star-studded. Let me give you the exact rundown of everyone. Because it was, like, the lineup to end all lineups. Arguably one of the best, like, ever on stage. It was Carly Aquilino and Jay Farrow opening up. Pete Davidson, Jon Stewart, like emceed the event. It was Pete Davidson's it was his idea. Jon Stewart was kind of like the host, if you will. Then Jimmy Fallon, Colin Quinn, Amy Schumer, Dave Attell, Wanda Sykes, Bill Burr, Lynn Coplitz, Sam Jay, Tom Segura, Colin Jost, Michael Che, John Mulaney, Dave Chappelle.
Chris Rock jumped in.
And with a Chris Rock appearance.
Chris Rock's surprise guest.
It was like as unbelievable as it gets. So I'm sitting there thinking like, this is either going to be. And we're at the Garden. I'm like, this is jam-packed, a lot of people. And I'm thinking, this is either going to be you're an A-list celebrity or, like, your parents died in 9/11. And then there's us, who got tickets. Like, we got hooked up with a couple tickets. Bro, we didn't even pay money for a charity event.
That's a good point. I never realized that. We went to a charity event for free.
The whole time I was thinking, like, can I, like, Venmo a charity while I'm here?
Bro, the whole time I was like, I'm not, because I paid $6 for a water. It was a regular size Aquafina. They didn't even give me a cap. I was like, all right, give that to the victims fund, please. Oh, the upcharge, I get why.
Give that to Tunnels and Towers.
Like, all right, this was $1.50, and the rest goes to charity, right?
The widows are like that. The water money goes to the widows. Water for widows for John over here. But I was like,
I was so like, I got us both the water, and I was so like, yeah, cool, here you go. And then like an hour later, I took a sip of water. I was like, wait, I paid $12. These want 2 waters. The fuck was that?
That's a 9/11 upcharge, bro. You're paying a premium, dude. And I'm thinking, I was like, well, we didn't pay anything. And I think the tickets were like $500 a pop because it was such a good lineup and it was going to charity. And I was like, should I give these away? Like, should we like give these to like Large and Annie or something? But you can't give away like something that was given. You can't like
it also said our names on.
Right. So I was just like,
Large can't pull off being a Feidelberg. He'd be furious.
He would say no. He would say he would not doing that.
Berg?
Yeah,
no thanks.
So I felt awkward just going in. And then the whole time I'm thinking, like, this is the best of the best. But it's a 9/11 thing, and there probably are going to be, like, family members and maybe even some kids and stuff. And somber time, obviously. So, you know, they'll probably just do a couple jokes that are, like, edgy. But for the most part, you know, shout out to firefighters and first responders and be, like, pretty PG about it. And boy, was I wrong. I mean, we were doing N-bombs, F-bombs, R-bombs. We were doing sex talk.
Let's be clear about N-bombs from black people.
From the black people.
It wasn't Bill.
But white people joking about the N-bomb, you know?
What was that?
Like,
see, this
like
also
Colin
the problem
Jost
with the 4.5-hour show.
Too much.
I just forgot so many of the jokes.
I know. Colin Jost was like referencing it, and
Colin Jost talked about standing 69ing with Scarlett Johansson, and I got hard.
Yeah, that was great.
He said
I knew it was coming.
She complains her arms get tired. I'm like, I thought you were supposed to be a superhero.
That was great because I knew I got a friend who always does the standing 69 joke, and we would do it our whole lives when he was like hitting on girls, or we're at like even like a family event where he's like trying to make people feel
the standing 69?
like you always like you reference the standing 69, but and everyone kind of like laughs, but the punchline is always that you're being flipped.
Okay.
So the way that Colin Jost was like, you know, I like it, but like the way the blood rushes to my head, is just, you know. So we always say something like that, like your arms get tired, or blood rushes to my head, or you know, she said
that was the first time I ever heard it. I didn't know that was like a thing.
I don't think it's. I'm just saying within my crew it was a thing, and I felt it coming, and I was like, oh, he used the standing 69 thing. But then he went the extra mile with like the girl, like when you can reference your girl without referencing your girl.
Yeah.
Like he said, I thought you were a superhero. And everyone knows it's Scarlett Johansson.
He was like, it wasn't even being graphic, but just the fact he was talking about his sex life.
Like the fact that Scarlett Johansson. Like,
I whispered to you, I was like, wait, is he married? I thought, I knew they were in a relationship, but I was like, maybe they broke up. I was like, is he talking about Scarlett Johansson right now?
I wonder if ScarJo, like.
Oh, she was definitely there last night.
She gets down. Well, also, and let's talk about all of it. We'll run through the list. We'll talk about like who had the best set and stuff. Because interestingly enough, there's not much chatter because it's a Chappelle show. So you get your phone taken, and so not only does that mean there's not like video and pictures from it, but there's really not that much like banter about it because you're not in the moment, and I'm not gonna like get my phone back and tweet about something that's already done or talk about it the next day. But like, so I figured let's give like a whole review for anybody interested on how that show went. Cause not only was it funny, but with Chappelle being hammered, it created like a scene. Like I wish there was video cause I would love to do a 1 minute man on it.
Yeah.
Like look what happened when Chappelle was blacked out at the fucking 9/11 concert. But it is a Chappelle. So Chappelle's rule is no cell phones. Nope. So you walk in, they give you this pouch that has like a little needle thing that you pinch together and it locks up. And you have to touch it to like
it's a magnet.
Is that what it was? It's a magnet. Thing, like, yeah. So no phones. And I gotta be honest, I don't like that. I've never done that before. And we were walking in, and I knew the Subway Series game was gonna be on. And I was just thinking, like, when my mom's gonna be texting me about this game, and when I don't reply, she's gonna like think something wrong with me, and I like just annoying things where it was like, oh. I don't want to be inconvenienced like this. Like, I really, really, really promise I'm not going to film you and put it on the fucking internet, man. You know what I mean? So,
you know what? I had the same feelings. And then as the night progressed, it's actually Mulaney basically has a joke about this. I had a joke about this last night. As the night progressed, because like I've heard the Chappelle stuff, I've heard people complain. I'm like, it's an hour, who cares? But this wasn't
This
an
is
hour.
4.5
This
hours.
was 4.5
Yeah.
hours. This is different.
Like I didn't know that was gonna be a thing. So as we were going in, I was like starting to text people that I was like either planning on talking to or was in the middle of a conversation. I had to be like quickly on the line, be like, I gotta go. Like I'm not gonna talk to you. And I know that sounds stupid. And in the end, I'll take it for a Dave Chappelle show. It's not like I wouldn't go again. But when you don't know it's coming, and I was like,
it was
oh,
a
fuck.
surprise. We were all like,
it was actually like I felt. Like gross about myself, and I was like the amount that bothered me and like affected me. I was like, oh fuck, I am addicted to this shit.
It bothered me, but then like halfway through the show, I'd only gotten one vibrate, and I was like, I think I'm okay.
I was
think
good
people
first
don't
half.
really seem to matter.
Towards the end of the first half, my shit just started buzzing, and you can tell the differences of the buzzes. So I knew,
Yeah,
like,
you can. It's like body language. Like,
Yes.
like, I can feel that was an angry.
it's like a little bit longer, a little bit shorter, and I knew some were like baseball updates, and I was like, I wonder if that was the Mets, the Yankees. I wonder if that was the Mets, the Yankees. And then it started to bug me a little bit. So I walked over to the phone use area where, like, if you do need to use your phone, you can go to this little alcove and they'll open it up for you. And then I just walked away. I just didn't put it back in the bag, and I walked away. So I did have my phone. But then what was interesting was, I mean, you saw me. I probably checked the score a couple times. But I was like, if I take my phone out, I'm going to be the asshole, which happened.
Yep.
Dude in, like, the front row, when Dave Chappelle was on stage, you have to know that this is a Dave Chappelle thing, that he locks up your phone. He must have been, like, openly filming it.
Yeah.
And a very drunk Dave Chappelle stopped mid-sentence, like, nope, not you, dude. And he, like, shamed him, like, deservedly so, but really well. Like, he wasn't just like, you're an asshole, dude. He was like, I go through great lengths so I can be honest on stage. This is like the only way I can give you guys the best show that I know I can do. And then he jokingly was like, don't get me wrong, I tack on the money to the extra money it costs, I tack on to the tickets, make you guys pay for this shit. But he was like, and you violated that. That is so fucking disrespectful. Like, if I had
It was
Dave
the
Chappelle,
Chappelle, the celebrity version of I'm Not Mad, I'm Disappointed.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, never affected me.
not surprising.
You're not mad? I don't give a shit then. like, that literally never bothered me even a little bit. Like people,
not surprising.
People talk
but
about that
also
all the time. Like,
you are horrifically maladjusted.
It's just the worst when they're disappointed. I don't give a shit, dude. Fucking, they're my parents. Of course they're gonna be disappointed in me. What? I'm the one kid who's gonna have proud parents? No, I'm not a fucking idiot.
But worse than your parents.
It was.
Dave,
Like,
Dave
that felt
Chappelle
worse.
doing that. Like, if I got singled out in front of the crowd, we weren't really that close by, but a whole area around him knew who they could look at him and see him. I mean, Dave Chappelle being like, you are an incredibly disrespectful motherfucker, man. And, like, hurt but mad and clowning you and angry all at the same time. And then the icing on the cake, it was an Asian dude. And he was like, I'm gonna bring back Asian hate. Fuck this guy. And it was so goddamn good. I mean, then he like leaned into it too. He was, because there was no phones, he really fucking lets it fly. And so that was towards the end when Chappelle came out. But to kick things off, our girl Carly opened things up and was just, I mean, I know Carly is very big. Like, very successful, been on TV for like a long time. But I was like, yo, if I was Carly, I'd be nervous as fuck right now.
Especially
like, doing
going,
the Garden.
Being from New York, doing the Garden.
Yeah. And she like didn't miss a beat, like wasn't nervous at all, like did her thing. Jay Farrow comes out. The impressions are just unbelievable.
Dude,
they are just great.
He was the first black person I've seen do a Trump.
And he does it really well.
He does it really well.
He argued with the best one.
I've seen a lot of white people do
It's
Trumps.
weird
I've never
because
seen
you
a
gotta,
black person do a Trump.
You almost have to close your eyes, hear it, and then look back. Because at first it's like drinking milk when you're expecting orange juice. It just does not compute. But the impressions always play. And then Jay Farrow telling everyone that his name's actually Jared Farrow blew my fucking mind.
He told us that.
Did he?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
He actually
Jared?
like that. The last like 5-10 minutes of his set were basically like our interview.
I love when I see that.
Like I
love when like knowing that we got like an inside look at some of their material, or if but I know like sometimes we like to pretend that they thought of it on the spot with us and we inspire them.
Yeah.
But either way, I love seeing those things. Pete Davidson is a guy who, like, when he came on the scene and was doing comedy, people decided like they liked him or didn't like. You decide whether you like him or not like him as a comic, and then he kind of went through his like weird phase, big celebrity phase, ups and downs, and I think people were kind of like, do you like him? Do you think he's funny? Is he a good stand-up? Is he a good actor? Do you like his movies? But then, like, just seeing him last night, I think Pete Davidson's just like a cool cat.
He's just Pete Davidson.
That people just like.
Yeah.
You know? And even Jimmy Fallon is a little more of like a corporate version of that, where it's like, I would never tell you that I think he is a brilliant comic. Or that,
he was one of my favorites when he was on SNL, just because he did Noma. But
yeah,
he hit Noma. And
most
did he do Weekend Update? Was he do Weekend Update?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Him and Polar.
Polar, right?
Yeah.
And like, you know, he was never like the comedic genius, and when he's on the Tonight Show, he's not like this like deep interviewer.
Yeah.
So like,
know anything about him though is he laughs so much.
Yeah.
I'm saying it as a joke
because you know what I mean. But that's what I mean is like, so you can judge all those things, but then also in that moment, like where especially what we're doing for the night and everything, it's like Jimmy's just a cool dude. Like he's a New Yorker. He's like a New York guy, and he made it in the business. And like I almost feel that way about Jason Biggs when we see him. It's just like people just like this motherfucker because he's just a cool cat. And I think Pete Davidson has definitely like crossed into that territory. So Jimmy Fallon does a song, whatever. Colin Quinn comes out, and that was great. Colin was like, all right, let's fucking go. Here we go, doing like New York jokes, and you know that he's just like an accredited dude, like he is like, you know, credentials out of the ass, and just that was where I was like, oh, we're gonna get like a real comedy show.
Yeah, like, he came out and he was just like right away like talking about essential workers, which by the way reminded me that I've been meaning to bring something up. There's a restaurant by my apartment that still makes their waiters wear T-shirts that say "I am essential."
Essential, yeah.
And I'm like, come on, man.
We're past that.
We're
past that.
I can't even really think of a comparison.
Once everyone went back to work, really, no, like there's no longer.
It's like me wearing a shirt that says "I am a man." It's like, I mean, you could think that, but like really, sure, technically, I guess
do you display the qualities.
Like, do you really like if I walked down the street, do people go, "That's a man"? No, they don't. Like,
no, you know what? They probably would upon looks. It's the people that know you. Would be like, yeah, he's not a man. But yeah, like everybody got up there and was like, we're vaccinated.
How long do you think that's going to go on for?
Well, that's where I think the greats are not doing that. Like the really good comics who are in their prime, who are doing like the best right now, I think don't have a lot of corona material, don't have a lot of vaccination jokes, didn't lean on Trump towards the later years. Like they're the ones who are like, we're on to the next shit.
Yeah.
But there's a huge chunk of comics who are either A, like middle of the road, or B, like some of these were like kind of like not washed up, but older veterans who are like, I'm just gonna do whatever the big topics of the day are, you know? Where I think like the really good comics right now are like, let me find the next thing or like the funny angle.
Because it's not even like
it's like we've been vaccinated outside for a while now.
We've been outside for a year.
Yeah, it's like it's
over a year, I think.
It's just kind of like
look at us, we're all together. We've
been that way, you know. And I guess maybe like for some of them, it's their first time going back out there because they're like famous and shit. It's like, yeah, we've been this way for a while. But everybody started with like, we're vaccinated. How you feeling? That comic thing, like, we're all vaccinated, right? And there's like a little bit of a pop, like, you know, that cadence that they.
By the way,
do.
Kevin snuck in. He's not vaccinated.
I as I'm talking to John, I'm like, yeah, I don't even like show my Vax card anywhere. I haven't really done any events like that. And then we get to the front, and they're like, where's your Vax card? I was like, oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah, to be clear, Kevin is vaccinated, but we did sneak in.
Yeah, I was like, I'll just find my vaccination card for a second. I got to download the app. And she was like, okay, go over there. And just walked.
We did try to download the app, but you couldn't remember what date your thing was.
I tried to download the app, and I tried to give you back my phone. Both times I just snuck the fuck out. Amy Schumer follows Colin Quinn, and Amy Schumer...
She fucking crushed it.
Also, one of those people, kind of Nickelback-esque people, like criticize her.
It's the problem of getting famous.
Too famous. Like when you're like, she became like a showrunner and became, you know, like when you have success as a female comic, you get that, like, you really jump to the next level. Her whole thing being like I don't look like a sexy model, like also gives her another level, but fucking funny.
Yeah,
like
very,
like
very,
that's
very
another one of those things where it's like. It's almost like criticizing LeBron James, where it's like, yeah, there's some critiques, but we all acknowledge that he's like on the top tier. Uh-huh. It's like we can make fun of like Amy Schumer's like jokes here and there. She steals jokes, and this wasn't that funny and all that. But like she's made like huge movies and like is very rich. You know what I mean? So it's like you don't get there without having none of the goods.
Yeah.
You know, don't get me wrong, the joke stealing thing is trash. Like, you can't do that. But even within that, Amy Schumer must have had, like, some nights where she would go out there and crush to get to the level she did, you know? And I do think it's funny how she owns how she's just not good looking. Like, just owns up to it, owns it hard. But I remember thinking, like, oh boy, like following. They put Amy Schumer in between Colin Quinn and Dave Chappelle. And she kind of held her own, you know?
I think she got, maybe Quinn.
No, Colin Quinn was better, but
it was. I'm saying just laughs. She might have gotten more laughs. I thought I liked Colin Quinn more, but she might have gotten like the laughs were weird. Did you notice that too? I heard so many more laughs from the bowls than on the floor with us.
Well, usually that makes sense though, right? It's like those are gonna be the normal people, like, you know, cheaper tickets or, you know.
There were not a lot of laughs around us.
Well, that
the
one
whole
time
show,
we
not
heard
for wedding
things,
person.
were they
the
like
whole
piping
show.
in laughs or whatever? Is that what we heard that one time? And there was just like a roar.
It was during
out of
Amy
nowhere.
Schumer's set. She was talking about curved dicks, and like one single section in the whole place, uproarious laughter.
Yeah,
it was bizarre.
Was so out
it was
of
like
place.
the upper. It was up to the left.
Yeah,
it's like an upper bowl to the left side of us, which is facing the stage, so stage right.
I was like, are they piping in laughs for Amy Schumer or something, or did something just happen?
I think something must have happened there. But
you know
it
what there was
bizarre.
a lot of last night. A lot of fans being like, boo, you suck, get him off stage. Like individuals, if they didn't like one person, would wait for the moment that it was like low and boo or whatever. And I was like, shut the fuck up. Fuck you. Dave Chappelle was so weird, man.
Dave Chappelle played the recorder.
Yeah, which I think I'm actually like mad that he did that joke, because I was thinking like, I've blogged about the recorder back on like For Sure Not, and I remember like that should almost be a joke that someone from our generation gets, where it's like the whole world played, the whole country.
Never played it.
What?
Never played it.
What was it, on Mondays?
I don't know. What age do you play it?
All of elementary school.
Like I remember my siblings playing it. I never played it.
Did anyone in your class?
I don't think so.
Did you individually blow it off? Music class?
I don't know. I don't think so. I played the violin.
Because Attell's joke about it was so spot on, I guess, except for John. Everybody,
maybe I just forgot it. I forget childhood sometimes.
You had to have, because hot cross buns and Mary Had a Little Lamb and all that shit. And he was like, why did the whole country do this? Were we gonna go up against another country in a recital or something? It's a very strange thing that we were like it was like you have to learn cursive and play a recorder and never use those things ever again. I don't know why. I guess they just figured that was the lowest instrument that we could give them, that they could then like, so that people, like kids, could be
like, it's the easiest, right?
Yeah. So it's like you have a musical instrument. You're just the fucking.
I just did the violin.
Violin. You played the violin.
Played the violin, and I was in chorus.
Can you still do it?
Can I still do it? Don't ask ridiculous questions, Nicholas. I couldn't do it then.
There's one. There's one right over there. That's why
I never learned, and thus I cannot still do it.
Where is a violin?
It might be back here, actually.
I mean, I don't understand why you're giving it to me.
Because you're gonna play the violin
I can't play it.
This is why I've had a violin in here for like a year and a half, just for this moment.
Why are you getting it? Because you just said that you played the violin.
Yeah, in third grade, I also played the guitar and did chorus, where I sang the national anthem with the Pawtucket Red Sox or whatever. So, God bless, that's not the anthem.
You fucking idiot.
What the fuck is this?
This is like if Prince had a fucking violin.
Does he come with a fucking amp?
That was my first ever drunk purchase, an electric violin. I can't play it at all.
Wait, you bought an instrument you don't know how to play?
Yeah, I taught myself the rest of them. I figured I could transfer it. It's not as easy.
I broke the bow. So there's some spaghetti strands here. Do your thing, boy.
Oh, this isn't tight enough at all.
Oh, no. What are you going to do now?
Screw the bottom. Screw the bottom.
Come on, you can do better than that.
I don't have any rosin on my bow, Kevin.
There's rosin in that bag.
Ah, son of a bitch! That was the one term I knew.
Actually,
okay, so I will prepare the bow for John to play the violin. This is some rosin.
Oh, that's rotten rosin. That's old stuff. No, I need freshies.
I will put on this rosin for John. I am the professional violin.
Doesn't sound too tuned, if we're being honest.
John, you tighten the strings while I rosin your bow. Okay?
Okay, this is also... See, I see the problem here. This is for a lefty.
Actually, that chin piece moves. I just don't know how to move it.
I am rosining the bow, sir.
That boy.
Is this basically like the equivalent of chalking up your pool cue?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's super important, though, even more important. That's why it's gonna be bad with the rotten rosin.
Naturally. Now I'm also gonna open up whatever the fuck this thing
Those
is.
look like violin strings.
That's a
I guess.
string.
Yep, sure.
Naturally, okay. Well, we're all strung out, so let's do. Let's play.
Hot cross buns.
Yeah, let's play that.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is. Obviously, I just did that, but I don't know anything more than that.
1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns.
Yeah. That was Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
I was kind of getting it.
Pretty good.
You were?
Pretty good. Yeah.
Give me Jingle Bells. Jingle bells.
Yeah. Pretty good.
You have retained 0 skills.
I don't know anything. The guitar I actually kind of could play. Like I never could
Yeah?
play the violin.
Alright, then, like,
the guitar I actually
play
could.
Play the
Oh,
violin like a guitar.
But I was gonna. You interrupted me. I was gonna say, but I can't anymore. I could only do. I could do Chop Suey by System of a Down. I could do the Batman song. I could do. That's probably about it. There were other ones, but that was probably.
Damn It by Blink-182 is pretty much everyone's go-to.
I once
Worth it.
played.
Worth it
I
bringing
wanted
that
to. I wanted to play the drums when I was a kid, so I got a drum pad. You know those things?
Yeah.
It's just like a white little, like, kind of plasticky, kind of rubbery, and I just whacked that thing around for a little bit. Then I said, "Fuck this! I'm not doing any sort of music."
Yeah, my brother did the same thing. Only my parents bought him a full drum kit. Played it for about 3 days. And was like, I think I'm over this.
I don't know why, but like at one point my parents were like, "You're talking to my sister." They were like, "You should play an instrument." And this bitch came home with a fucking cello. She was in like 3rd grade having to carry a fucking cello. My grandma would pick her up from school like 1 day a week, and she was like, "I gotta carry a fucking cello around now." So I guess that's the value of the violin.
Yeah, it was easy.
Let's rank.
I actually,
the
now that I think about it
childhood-
too, I might have played the viola. Viola?
Yeah, that's just like a.
Yeah.
The viola
It's
you know what the viola
it's
is?
the Corolla to the Camry.
The viola is a gay violin. As if the violin's not gay enough. The viola's like smaller and cuter and
Is
louder.
it?
It's
Oh,
bigger.
Oh,
It's bigger.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I have no fucking idea, John. Might be the other way around.
I think it's
one
just,
of those are
no,
gayer than the other.
I think you're right.
Yeah, like because I feel like
right.
the viola or viola is just like it's like less strings and a little like smaller or something.
Viola is bigger than a violin. Cello is bigger than a viola, and then it's
Oh, so then violin's the gayest.
Violin's the gayest.
yeah.
By your warped fucking logic. Then,
Yeah.
then yeah, small equals gay for some reason in this. But yeah, that's what's happening here.
Zach's small.
Yeah, like the violin. The violin's like a little twink, and the viola is just like a hunk or whatever.
Boy, that Lil Nas X sure is gay.
Dude, Dave Chappelle. We'll get there. Wanda Sykes came out after Dave Attell. Not gonna lie, no shade to Wanda, but that was definitely like people were like going to get drinks for Wanda Sykes.
I think Wanda.
She's
I don't,
funny, but-
she was very funny. I think she was another one who was like, I don't do stand up anymore.
She's got a great voice. Her voice is her
Yeah.
thing. Like the motherfucker, like that when she like curses and tells a story, her voice absolutely kills it. And then that led into Bill Burr. for
But
intermission.
Wanda did tell one story that really resonated with me.
Oh.
Where Wanda was talking about how she wasn't afraid of the virus because she grew up in Portsmouth, Virginia, which I guess is very rural Virginia, dirt roads and whatnot. And they would have this guy called the Mosquito Man who would come around
This is
town.
some Baroque people shit.
What? No, I honestly I heard like there are towns in Massachusetts that still do this.
No, well, I'm just saying the way that they were like having fun. With
Oh,
it.
yes,
She's
yes.
like the Mosquito Man came around and he was just a pesticide sprayer, and Wanda and the kids in the neighborhood were like, "The Mosquito Man's here," and they chased after the truck while it was just blasting pesticides.
Which is
And she said it was like in their mouth, in their eyes, like
they were having fun in the fog of pesticides.
Yeah.
Being like, let's hide. But that forced me to lean in and tell Kevin a quick little tale about when I was living in Newport 5 years ago, I think 6 years ago, maybe. I forget. It was this summer. So once that summer ended, I moved to New York.
Yep.
So whatever that long was. And one night or one afternoon, we had been like day drinking, and I went home and I took a nap in the living room. The living room, not in my bedroom, in the living room, very visible area. And Lou, light switch when he gets like drunk, he would always like do things.
He's a very active drunk.
Yeah, like it's like I need to go. Like, oh, you know what? I've been playing. Like some people, like when they get drunk, they're like, oh, I was thinking about a tattoo. I'll go do that.
Yes.
Lou's like, I've been meaning to clean the house.
Yes. And usually it's pretty effective, but in this case,
and so we had some bugs at this apartment. It wasn't an infestation, I don't think. There were like fruit flies and maybe some ants over by the sink in a summer house,
right?
Which is pretty par for the course. Lou decided that could not stand anymore. So Lou went to a CVS or wherever he went and bought a bunch of bug bombs. Put them in the apartment and then went back out drinking. I woke up in a goddamn fog of war with just Wanda Sykes little pesticides. Like it was just foggy. And I was like, what the fuck is happening?
And you know how Feits sleeps.
And I couldn't swallow.
Just like
it was like I was like walking through like pushing air out of the way like fucking Sonny when they're trying to get the World Series tickets, the Phillies. And I was like, what is happening? And I can hear a hissing coming from the kitchen. And I go in there and it's just like 4 separate fucking grenades. Like he just kind of fucking shook up and threw them in there. 4 separate grenades, still hissing and pissing out poison. And I was like, what is happening? It just ran out the back door. Like, again, I wasn't asleep in my room. I was in the living room. I was very visible.
How long do you think you were inhaling the bug bomb?
Hours, for sure. Hours. Without a doubt. It was dark. It was dark when I woke up. Went to bed around 2 p.m., woke up dark in the summer. So 5-6 hours, I'd say. I'm going to die tomorrow.
You for sure got like asbestosis or brain damage, something with your lungs, something with your head. Like you're all fucked up.
Everything's I hate how it reminds, because everything that bad that happens to me, I either just ignore and avoid, or my brain is so goddamn smart it just fucking pushes it down. I forget all about it. Like until someone talks about it, and I'm like, oh, that's happened to me.
Yeah, that's called this podcast.
Yeah,
that's what this show is.
And Wanda last night, I was like, that's probably why I have such a horrible heartburn and indigestion and
yeah, that explains a lot.
My esophagus just hurts all the time.
We need to, from now on, and maybe we'll have to do this after the fact because you never know when they're coming. But when I unlock one of these things, we're gonna call that segment "That Explains a Lot" because I'm always like, oh yeah, like John was dropped on his head as a kid. That explains a lot. Oh, John.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yes. This is perfect. Okay, and I told you this before the show, so this one I knew was coming, but that's a great way to bring it up, where I said soft head helmet.
Yes, okay. You did say you want to talk about kids with soft heads now who wear helmets.
My parents were in town this weekend, and we were walking around, and we saw like 3 separate babies with helmets on. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that's so wild how that happens now. And I was like, is it? Like, I don't know, like it just... She's like, yeah, like it was when you were kids, like you just had a soft head. Mm-hmm. And she's like, but now they like protect it. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense to me though. She's like, when you were a kid, I would find your soft spot so funny. I'd have my friends come over and we'd just poke them. I was like,
everybody say it with me now. That explains a lot.
She was 23 years old. She thought soft spots were funny. She would have her friends come over and they'd use my fucking soft head as a stress ball.
Bro, I do get it. I was 7 years old when my little sister was born. So I'm at that age where it's like I would just sit there and
yeah.
But I was 7.
I never did that to any of my siblings.
No, but I mean,
I didn't have the motor skills. I didn't fucking just do damage.
The thought of Polly being like, you can feel his actual brain.
And you gotta come over. This is crazy.
Feel the cerebellum in the back. That one's really squishy.
Look, if you push it fast, you can hear the water splash.
It's like popping bubble wrap. Push it.
I just pictured her, like 3 of her friends and her sisters, be like, "This is wild."
You try this side.
Wait, touch mine. Mine's hard though. Compare it. Here, squeeze his, then squeeze mine.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I always thought though, so those helmets. First of all, I thought they were for people who were mentally challenged, and then there was a period of time where I thought they were only Asian, because I saw a lot of Asian kids. And then I thought that was for. I guess it's similar, but I feel like you wear that when you're in your crib because you get the flat head if you lay on your.
I always thought it was also to make sure your head stayed in shape.
Yeah, like
But I guess that's because the only reason we get deformed is because it's soft.
right. But I'm just saying, I think it's like if you when you still have soft head, if you have like a little bit of an issue. I don't think it's just like everybody goes. It's not like every kid wears the helmet. My kids never wore a helmet.
No, I think it's a particularly
you have to
soft
have
head.
yeah. There has to be like a little bit of an issue. But
Yeah, I got a soft head. I got a soft brain.
yeah.
Soft brain. Also weirdly shaped. I have like a real big indent.
You know what you're doing right now is really moving your scalp.
Huh?
You're really moving your scalp.
What does that mean?
Like your whole shit. I mean, I guess we all are, but like your whole shit is like moving like forward and backward.
Is
I
it
can
toupee?
see. Yeah, it looks like somebody taped your scalp on your head. My dad can move his whole shit like.
Yeah, I think you're doing it too.
No, but yeah, yes.
I guess
we
I
all-
can't
we
see
all
how
can
much
do it,
mine
but
is.
yours is. Let me take a look at me doing it, and I'll compare it to you.
It's about the same.
Is it? I feel like John's is moving like. I guess if you really move like that, this is if you're awful audio, amazing video. You're just sitting here like, how much did your head move?
playing hard with my head.
My head moves more than your head, I think. How about you move my head and then I'll move your head and we'll see which head moves more.
By the way, this is the voice of the drunk guy in The Simpsons. So, suck a dick.
Oh my god, that actually had a little.
Not offensive. It's impersonating a cartoon of an alcoholic.
It had a little bit of Bill Burr in it too when he does like I don't know. His eye goes up and he clowns people. Bill Burr came on after Wanda and just lit the motherfucker on fire.
Bill Burr upset a lot of people last night.
Meaning like, and it was not necessarily new stuff. If you're a Bill Burr fan, I think you heard some of it. I think he's done a lot of abortion stuff, but now it's just more timely with Texas and all that. But again, I'm thinking 9/11. He's a firefighter guy. He did King of Staten Island. Steve Buscemi came out at one point, which was really cool, and said,
Buscemi introduced him.
yeah, he said like this guy, Bill would have been a firefighter if he wasn't a comic, and so I was expecting some of that, and then he's just like, fucking abortion, you're killing a baby, but that's pretty cool. It was like right, he pissed off everybody, and
He probably got because he's Bill Burr. He definitely got like the most. Like he got someone in our row. I want to be clear to Bill. It wasn't us. We didn't say but someone did yell.
two doors down, two seats down. You suck. Shut up. And I was like, and so actually, all right. The first thing was he was talking about feminism, and he was like, every study in the world says that women are smarter than men, right? And we give
I also love that we do studies for things that like I learned in 3rd grade. I was like, no, I want
that's somehow
Stephanie and
proves-
Rachel to be in my group.
yeah.
Maybe I'm just as smart as a woman because I was like, I want to be with a woman.
Right. I mean, if you're doing a group
There were
project,
girls at that time.
if you're doing a group project in school and you don't sign up the chicks, you're crazy.
Idiot.
Because you know what it is? They're smarter and they will do all the work, and you can get away with doing none of the work.
Like, dude.
Like another guy might be like, bro, fucking, you haven't done a goddamn thing for this group. The girls will just be like, well, because you know what it is? The girls are so worried about their grade because they're nerds and smarter that they're like, we'll do it because John's dumb.
I'll fuck it up.
They'll be like, John. John, they'd be like, John had a soft skull.
Yeah,
John's mom hit his head with a hammer. We don't want him doing any work.
John licks his highlighters instead of using them to fucking. He tries to see if he can taste purple rather than use that to organize his notes in 2nd grade. I think we'll handle it.
And by the way, all of this girl talk is like asterisk excluding Jackie. Like no one was like, let's get Jackie in the group.
You know what I
project.
realized the other day is nobody's ever cheated off me, and that's offensive.
That's a bad sign. Hey guys, you want my homework? Nah, we're good. I'd rather just do it.
I just want to make note. She's been killing it at Tetris the past like 20 minutes.
Yeah?
I have. I
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
know you could
yeah.
see that, but
Oh yeah,
I'm getting
your
really good
phone
at
was
it.
tilted right at me.
But I'm listening and paying attention, taking notes
yeah.
while we
Sure thing, idiot. So his point in the end was like, you're smarter, you get like affirmative action type help, you get this, you get that, and you're still losing. Like, you should be embarrassed. And someone was a feminist, like a little row up, and they said like, they said something.
No, it
like,
wasn't a grow up. It was all right.
No. This was before that.
oh.
And someone said something like, "Get him off stage," or like, "Stop talking."
Oh, there was two.
And
there
then
were
we
two
got.
people to
Then
the
later,
right.
the people right next to us said, "Boo."
But then there was people to the right over, and this was when he was talking about like female or women's sports, which to be fair is an outdated joke because he was talking about the women's national soccer team, which is like. That one's proven. Like they just make way more money than men.
Do they?
But, yeah. The women's national team is like they sell more tickets. They're more successful. More people watch the shows, watch the games. Like it's.
But I still feel like the men's cut of their money still just is bigger.
I think
Because the men's
I don't
pot is
know
so much
the
bigger.
exact science
it's like
of it.
Proportionally, yes, but I do think it's like the men still get whatever share of World Cup money, and World Cup men's is just like so much bigger that technically they do still bring in more cash. But I know what you're saying.
That would
but
make
yeah,
sense.
people were getting upset about
People,
that.
people were just trying to like.
Just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, he's like, I can hear him. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I just don't care. And it's a beautiful thing to see, just like when you just know you don't fucking care. And yeah, but he
a lot of the
girls,
and it's because so many of them are rich now because they're all the biggest names in comedy. Like Chris Rock said the same thing. He's like, I don't do comedy because I just don't care.
I don't fucking
don't
care.
give a shit.
You just eventually, I mean, you got to be like burned out. You know what I mean? At some point, you got to be like, hang on 1 second. I send this to Rory. Check out Answer the Internet this week with Rory from formerly the Joe Budden Show, now on the Rory and Mal Show. But when you go out there, and he kind of did it with SNL, where he's like, I'm just gonna piss off fucking everybody, dude. So that was like the big first act. That was when, but his abortion shit. I guess the whole point of like, not having people film it. You also don't want people just like telling the jokes here. But the cake analogy is really good.
That's in a special.
Yeah, that's in the special. Okay.
Yeah. I've seen that before.
Yeah,
that's not a
it's
new
when
joke.
he's
So
just
we're
like,
not burning him on
that wasn't. That's not a baby. It was gonna be.
Yeah.
So like, but to, like the balls to just be like, all right, 9/11 benefit fund. Like, we're gonna do dead babies. We're gonna fucking do it.
I think,
okay.
But like, it's not. See, I wasn't surprised by that at all. I didn't think people were gonna come up and like, because I do think like that's happened a lot with 9/11 stuff, where it does become so much of a I want to make this about me. Like every social media, like every fucking slide, everything is like, it's like I don't know, man. Like I'm not gonna do my shit. Very sad, but I have no memory. I was in 6th grade,
right?
Or whatever grade I was in, I forget. Like it did not affect me personally, so like I'm not gonna do that stuff.
No, yeah, but I just thought there might have been
consume the stories and I watch the stories, but like, I'm not gonna make it about me at all.
Yeah,
and I think and that's just the nature of social media and how performative it all is now.
Right.
But I didn't think anyone was gonna get there and be like, tell like a sad story about their experience.
I didn't think that, but I just thought the comedy would have been a little more like toned down in case there are like widows and kids and shit. I don't know what the crowd was. I think at one point they were even kind of referencing that. Like, I don't know. I think Jay Farrow was kind of like, I don't know what the fuck y'all are like.
No,
you know
it was Michael. It was Jay Farrow, Michael Che.
It was one of the black guys.
Yeah, I know.
So there was after intermission, these two chicks.
It was Michael Che. It was Michael Che.
Michael Che.
I think I'm right here.
Lynn Koplitz and Sam J come out. Did you guys know those names at all?
I knew Sam.
I know Sam J. I don't know Lynn.
Lynn Koplitz. She was 50.
Lynn. Do you think Lynn gave her actual address? I think she might.
I think she did too. She's a 54-year-old woman, single. I think she's been single her whole life, living in New York City her whole life, and she was like. She's like, you think I'm afraid of getting raped? Fuck a rape. I will rape a rapist. I will kiss a rapist. I will hug a rapist. I will love a rapist till he doesn't know what the fuck to do. Come see me at 229 Avenue A, apartment 3C. I don't give a fuck. That's my real address because you can't do shit to me that I haven't seen yet. And I was like, I think she really fucking did it.
The way she said it, I was like, I think that's her actual address.
Yeah, I was like, that
wasn't the actual address Kevin just gave. I actually do know it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it was Street, right?
Yes.
Because she said, where's Street?
And it
was
3B. The number. Wait, no, but your number was off too. I know the right number.
John's about to make a house call. And she was like,
because it was so jarring. I was like, wait, that's her real address, I think.
They're probably like, yeah, assholes. We didn't know you were going to say it on a podcast. We thought it was just like, live at the event. No,
I was only telling 14,000 people. Maybe I was going to tell a couple 100,000 people in different states and countries.
That's true. It's only 14,000 people who are like less than half a mile away from the place. But Sam J then followed her, and she is hilarious.
Sam J has an HBO.
We got to get Sam J in here.
She has a show.
She has
an
a
show. Yeah. I forget what it's called, but it's like 8 episodes or something like that. It just signed a 2nd season.
Sam J was another one who was like, fuck all you. I don't give a fuck. Like, some people were like booing and oohing and on, and she was like, I don't give a fuck.
She was so goddamn fucking
She was
funny.
talking about putting her strap on in her girlfriend's ear. Just she's like, I can't even feel it. It's a strap on. I did it just to disrespect her. Talking about how she wants a gun because she's the masculine one, and that. This was it. She's like, me and my girl have been like going through a rough patch. I cheated. Yeah, fuck you. I cheated.
Yeah.
And she's like, I I don't give a fuck. She's like, I think I should be able to because I support her financially and I like protect her. So what? I fucked another girl.
Bitch, so what? I fucked another girl. Bitch, go to sleep.
So what? I fucked another girl. Bitch, go to bed. I was like, oh my god. So there was a lot of oohs and ahs about that. And then comes like the heavy hitter lineup to close out. It goes Segura, Jost, Michael Che, Mulaney, Chappelle,
Chris Rock in the middle,
and Chris Rock. So Tom Segura with, I mean, he's just the fucking best in the game right now.
I don't even. Tom Segura was so funny. I didn't even want to talk about his jokes.
Yeah, because I don't want to like. Yeah,
goddamn fucking funny.
He was talking about taking showers with his children and having hard dicks and jerking off and stuff. Colin Jost comes out, talks about Scarlett Johansson. He's another one who like, God, he's just living life. I said that to Raina when he came out. I was just like, this fucking guy, and she was like, what? You don't like him? And I was like, no, I love him. I'm just like jealous of him. He's just like. He's not like controversial. He doesn't have to like be on social media. He doesn't whore himself out. He just like found a good gig, rides with Weekend Update, married a fucking, I think, did he go to Harvard too? Or did she go to Harvard? Something like that.
I think he
married ScarJo, and he's just like still best friends with all these people.
Dude,
and he's fucking got a great head of hair, and he's jacked.
He's like that's
awesome.
new.
He's jacked. The jack.
He was looking.
Yeah.
Colin Jost. Fucking chill, bro.
Yeah,
like he's
you don't need to also be Jack dickhead.
Yeah, he was like he's a handsome man. You're a handsome man. I'll tell you. I don't give a shit. I'll tell you you're handsome. I'll fucking tell you you got a nice penis. The arms were a little much last night.
Yeah,
right.
They were popping.
He's in a Cuts clothing shirt.
Yeah, he was. He really was. The only shirt worth buying. Michael Che comes out. I think he's the most underrated comic like in the game right now.
Yo, Michael Che
is so funny.
I don't think he does. I'm sure he does a lot of stand-up. I don't know if he has a lot of specials, but he has one on Netflix where he's in a yellow sweatshirt. I forget what it's called, and that's one of my favorite ones ever.
The All Buildings Matter joke, that one. Have you seen that? It's in another one of his specials where he's like...
It might be in this one. This is the one. In this one, actually, I was kind of hoping he'd tell it last night because it would have been applicable when he's talking about how 9/11s never forget.
Yeah. That's what he said. He's like, next year I'm going to wear a shirt that says All Buildings Matter. We'll see how you motherfuckers feel. Slavery, get over it. 9/11, I'll never forget. So good.
Jon Stewart would have come running out with his head on fire if he started that one last night.
Then Mulaney comes second to last, or I guess third to last after the surprise, and just really leans into making fun of his own addiction.
Like
I really hope he has it under control, because otherwise these are like very much cries for help, or we're ignoring like a big problem, because he's just totally listing like I was taking this, I was taking that, I had $2,000 in cash, I went to see my drug dealer, I lied to my friends, my family. He's talking about the intervention. He's like, do you know how big of a drug dealer you have to be to open up a door, see just friends and family, and say, oh, this is my intervention? And then the highlight, it was I think Mulaney probably had like the most unique, like Segura I think had just the best like comedy and jokes.
I think Segura had the best
but
laughs.
Mulaney having like this, tackling this subject that like the elephant in the room. He goes, I told the world I was gonna have a baby, and the reaction was mixed reviews. Like, hey, I'm gonna be a father, and people are like, nah, I don't think so, I don't care for that. But then the icing on the cake, and it's like something we probably all should have noticed in real time, but we didn't know at the time he was in like a coke binge. He goes back and he read his GQ interview that he has since come out and said, I did that whole GQ interview and I don't remember any of it.
He said the interview was December 15th, his intervention was December 18th.
Yeah. And like the answers he's giving are absolutely someone who's just whacked on cocaine. Yeah. He's literally just reading off a page his answers, and he's talking about
it's literal reading.
What. Yeah, go back and read the GQ article.
I think it starts.
Yourself.
He said it, the start of the, not the interview, but like the, I don't know whatever you call that little tidbit before the interview starts.
Yeah,
it says that the GQ called the comedian on the phone and did a wide-ranging interview.
Yeah.
If you say you had a wide-ranging conversation, you're talking to someone on cocaine.
Yeah. So then it's supposed to be like Mulaney into Chappelle, and they bring out Chris Rock, and he's like, Dave Chappelle's late. And I'm like, that's weird. Because, like, this is something I don't think you'd be late for. Because all your friends are here and everybody's here and all that. But I'm like, I don't know. Dave is fucking Dave. So so Rock comes out and does some.
He also wasn't late. He wasn't finished his drink.
That's what I'm like. But I was thinking, was he just, I don't want to go out yet? Or was he, like, shit-faced and, like, I don't know, causing a problem or whatever?
I don't think
like,
10 minutes can.
Yeah. So eventually he just walks out and he asks Chris Rock to stay on stage. How quickly did you realize he was shit-faced?
Pretty quickly.
Yeah, within like a couple minutes, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't think like the crowd necessarily did. Because sometimes Dave is so in control when he's the comic. He's like the master of the moment that he does whatever he wants and says whatever he wants. So it doesn't necessarily have to be like drunk. It can just be like, oh, I don't care.
Yeah.
You know?
But also to be clear, he wasn't like slurring or anything like
No,
that.
but he definitely seemed like his face was. I was like, are your eyes open, dude?
You could see that it was drunk, but it wasn't like, what's going on? It wasn't like that. It's just like, the only reason I knew he was shit-faced is because he kept telling us.
Well, at one point, he's like, your boy's a little drunk. And the crowd like kind of reacted. And I was like, I think some people in the room just found that out now.
Right.
And haven't realized it the last like 25 minutes.
I knew he was feeling good.
Drunk. He had a beer in his hand. He was like kind of just laughing at his own jokes and shit. Told Chris Rock to stay on stage. The funniest shit, it didn't really get a laugh. I think the funniest fucking thing he said all night was when he was like, I think he was just talking to himself. He's like, sometimes I can't even imagine. And he goes, sometimes I can't even believe that other people in the room can see Chris Rock too. Because sometimes I just think he's like my imaginary friend. And the thought that Chris Rock is just this tiny black guy who's actually a figment of Dave Chappelle's imagination was so fucking funny to me. Like if you think about Dave Chappelle thinking that, be like, oh, that's just like Chris Rock on my shoulder.
He is
but,
though.
I mean, Dave was as drunk as you can be. He's like so good at comedy that he can probably be like shit-faced. But he was as drunk as you can be without it taking away from the comedy. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't like, it was not like a tight set of like boom jokes by any means, but it was still like very entertaining and almost
because I think when he first came out, that was when I was like, he's not. I like Mulaney. I almost think of more of a celebrity now because of everything that's happened with him. Yeah, and we talked about that kind of not extensively, but ad nauseum on like the rundown and stuff. And but Chappelle he's not a celebrity. He's a rock star. Yeah, like he came out when it was just like people didn't even consider. There were a lot of times that last night where it would be it a tribute or a comedian or whatever, and like there would be a. Are we doing a standing up?
Yeah. There was a lot of
there was a lot like kind of
Chappelle was like
it was everyone's right away, and then he walked on stage just arms up, just like what's up,
soak in the moment.
Yeah, like it was rock star shit, not comedian shit.
There was one guy though in the crowd.
Yes.
The highlight of the night for me. He was probably we were in one section, then the aisle, and then like that other section, probably like 5 rows ahead, one section over. This one dude, stocky, short guy. Had a mohawk, had hair on the side, but just like much less. So it wasn't like a shaved mohawk, but he had a mohawk, gray hair.
It was pretty shaved.
Yeah, it was a distinct mohawk. Just tight shirt on, and
he looked like Matt Damon in Elysium.
Okay, and he would react only to certain people. It was like Colin Quinn, Dave Chappelle, and I think Chappelle. Burr, yeah. It was like the white guys.
Old white guys.
It was the old white guys.
Crotchety white men. This guy.
He would stand up and go like, "Oh, Doyle rules." He was like, "Yeah." Everyone else was just like, "Oh, that's my comic. Like this is gonna be funny." And he was like,
he would have like,
"Yes."
I think he was doing this. I think he was doing like
rock and roll, man. And it was like, oh my God, you were only doing it for the white guys. You were only doing it for like, your guys who offend It was just so funny that in his mind, it was like, these are my fucking heroes, man. Fuck yeah, fuck chicks. Yeah, white guys, let's go. It was unreal. And then, but he did do it for Dave as well. But I mean, Dave Chappelle was still like going. But I don't even know if there was a single punchline in the whole thing. It was just like everything being said was funny. And then he started talking about the Taliban. And that's when Jon Stewart and Pete Davidson like came out on stage. Like they were literally doing one of these. Like they kind of did like the jog out there. It's fucking violins in the way. They were like, okay, all right. Like let's wrap this shit up.
As gracious as you can get a drunk person off
and
the
especially
stage.
When it's Dave Chappelle. Like nobody tells Dave Chappelle when to get off the stage. And I remember thinking like, Well, I'm prepared to be here for like 5.5 to 6 hours because there's a chance that Dave Chappelle wants to just go till 1 or 2 a.m. and I'm not gonna leave that.
Right.
Like I want to see every single second of that. At one point, it was Pete, Jon Stewart, Chris Rock, and Dave Chappelle on stage, and Dave either didn't realize that was his intervention to try to end the show, or he was mocking it tongue in cheek. He was like, "Oh, we're gonna do a jam session. You want to have a jam session?
No,
Let's do it."
I do not think he realized. I think
Yeah,
he's like,
sorry, I think
he's
he
like,
thought
you
we
guys
were-
want to have a jam session? Let's fucking do it.
Yeah, and it was like, no,
no,
we're trying to get you off the fucking stage. And then,
Let's bring everyone out.
so brings everybody on stage. Jon Stewart gives a really heartfelt, like, thank you to Pete Davidson. The funniest shit of the whole night was Pete Davidson would, like, Colin Jost found out he was in the show when it got announced.
Yeah.
And he texts Pete Davidson, like, what's up with this? And he goes, oh, fuck, yeah, are you in New York, man? Can you do it? Like, one of the biggest events of the year, and Pete would, like, forget to text people to confirm that they were in it.
Buscemi
didn't know.
had to call Pete's mom to get in.
Yeah, he had Pete Davidson's mom gave Steve Buscemi tickets. And, like, there was a couple other guys that were, like, you know, had to text him the day of, like, so am I doing this or not? But he gives
Like I said,
really,
Barstool different stuff.
Yeah.
Like, am I actually doing this tonight?
So Jon Stewart gives a really heartfelt, like, thank you to him. Also threw in that he has a horse cock, which I think at this point we just know
Ariana
is true.
Grande already told us, John.
We know. And so it was like great moment for Pete, great moment for the thing. Like bow, good night. We start to leave. Dave Chappelle just starts another fucking tribute. And it was cool at the end because, I mean, think about being Pete Davidson. He kind of rambled a little bit, but he's doing it in that Dave Chappelle voice where he gets real serious. He's like, now I'm going to tell you something. Listen. And like everyone's like, okay. You know, he's about to go off and he's talking about New York and all this shit. And at the end, he was like, give it up for the fucking king of Staten Island. Like, real serious, really hit it. Like, that's got to be such a cool moment for Pete. But then he like
27. It's
I know, he's so fucking young, man. So all in all, a great comedy show, and even more like memorable, like the shit that was just happening on the side, and like Chappelle being absolutely hammered. Very cool to just see like all of those people on stage. That when you know it's a moment. Like Tom Segura got his phone out and was like filming on the stage when everyone was out there. Like this is some real shit. So. So yeah, I mean, let's get a couple more terror attacks so we can get some really good comedy shows going. Maybe we can have another tragic event. We'll get a COVID thing going. Yeah, let's do that. How about that? Okay, yeah, we don't have to. Oh, you want to talk about doing something annual? How about this? So we did the 9/11 special with Large and Annie. Mm-hmm. Unbelievable reception, by the way. I just speaking to anybody who watched that. And then were nice enough to reach out to Annie and Large, both of them separately, and then also on a group text told me that like the reaction literally made their day easier. They were like, we always just like sit there on 9/11 and stew in it. And Annie was like, Large like never even talks on 9/11. And she said there was so much good feedback that they were feeling good about themselves and thanking everyone, and it was so lovely. Like truly, I had thought about doing that special with them to make a difference for other people when it turned out that other people ended up making the difference for them. So really nice moment and like really cool reaction. And then I'm talking to Annie and she's like, enough of like the sad shit though. Like, let's do something fun. So I was like, why don't we make this a annual tradition? You guys do something with me and Barstool and we'll do something fun instead. And I was like, well, we'll have an activity. Maybe we do like a softball game. And I was like, softball's like such a big production. And I was like, maybe we could do cornhole. And then I'm like thinking of what we've been doing. And I was like, oh, people love Jenga. Let's do Jenga. And she's like, great, I'm in. She's like, I'm so competitive. I love that. And I was like, maybe not Jenga. Maybe not the cylindrical towers falling to the ground. Maybe that's not the best bet. And it really like genuinely hit me. And she was kind of like, I got a dark sense of humor. We'll figure it out. And I was like, yeah, why don't we have simultaneous Jenga matches going with two towers next to each other. And whichever one falls second is the winner.
One about 400 feet bigger than the other.
I was like, boy, that was one of the dumber things I've ever thought of. Let's do top fives, get into our voicemails, and then our interview.
Oh, wait, before we do top fives, I got a question. And this is not a question, maybe a question. I got a problem.
Oh, boy.
I'm just gonna show it.
Oh, God, please don't take your clothes off.
If I was wearing pants today, I would, but I got shorts on, so we'll be okay.
Okay.
Where you go?
I'm gonna go to the camera. Professional.
That's a broken laptop. Oh, God. John is now sitting on the table with his dick out, legs spread.
Look at this. I got a grandma vein.
Ew, you do?
It's recent, and I don't know what to do about it. Like,
oh my god! Oh my god!
What's that called? Varicose vein?
That looks like a blue snake is inside you. It looks
bro,
like a worm.
it's fucking new,
I'm telling
and
you,
I don't know what to do about it.
I swear to God, if you gave me a knife right now, we would cut that out of your fucking flesh. That is so gross. We got to get you lasered up.
What do I do?
We will get.
This is an image. I'm real close.
Well, I'll tell you what's gonna happen right now because of this episode. Somebody who works at like a spa that does like these things is gonna
It's
get
disgusting.
That is so gross, dude. That is so gross.
Oh my God. I mean, I don't know.
Oh my God.
I'm embarrassed to wear shorts.
I don't think anyone's gonna ever have sex with you again. That's it. We should edit this out because
no one's noticed. No one's commented on it. I notice it. It's all I think about all day, every day.
Every day.
John, I wear shorts. I sit here like this.
I'm gonna think about your vein all day, every day now. Oh my God, that thing is disgusting. We're gonna have to name that thing.
It's fuck. Oh man, we do.
We're gonna get someone who does this shit for a living is gonna see this episode and be like, I'll take care of that for you.
What's the grossest thing on your body? Look at. Oh, actually, you know what? It's worse when it's not being pushed down. It's worse right now.
Yeah.
It's fucking gross. Look at this.
Real tight in there.
Oh yeah, that's
When
disgusting.
it's not being squished. I thought it was gonna be worse when it's squished. It's not.
That's a great question. Let me do this ad read and I'll think about it, and then all the viewers at home can think about it as well. And you guys are gonna have to answer too. What's the grossest thing on your body? What's the grossest thing on your body?
I would have been able to answer that a few weeks ago. I got one now. It's my fucking varicose vein.
Oh. The National Highway Transit Safety Association, Traffic Safety Administration wants you to remember that drive sober or get pulled over, man. The summer is over. That doesn't mean that you're not going to be out there. Now you're going to be tailgating. You're going to be going to football games. You're going to be going out on campus at college. And the rule, always, golden rule, is do not get behind the wheel. Drive sober or get pulled over. Drive sober or end up fucking dead. Drive sober, end up in jail. The bad things that can happen. Here, the best case scenario of you drinking and driving is you just get home or get to a destination, which
And there are
can
so many
easily
other
be
ways to
replaced.
do it.
Right. The worst case scenario is you die, you kill someone else, you get pulled over, you go to the drunk tank, you get fined, you go to jail. I mean, it's the juice is just not worth the fucking squeeze, man. Also, gotta remember, don't race trains.
Whoa.
Don't race trains. If you think that you're gonna beat a train, and you don't want to wait for like the 30 seconds for a train to pass when the things go ding, 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 and they come down. Even if you think you can beat a train, the engineer can't see you, the train can't stop in time. Just drive sober and don't race trains. I'm not asking a lot, man. Head over to the trafficsafetymarketing.gov for more information on that. What's the grossest thing on your body? Nick, go.
Fuck it.
Be honest, everyone.
Yeah, hairy back.
Yeah, I got a hairy back.
Yeah, not
I got a
great.
hairy back.
Yeah, I haven't taken care of it in a minute. It's getting
Because it's
getting
hard.
How do you take care of it?
You gotta,
someone
like,
You have
do
to
it?
like shave it from behind and like
Yeah.
it's
Well, you do
fucking-
it yourself?
Yeah.
No solo dolo?
Oh, I think that people who ask other people to shave their back.
Do you shave your back?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Do you shave your back?
Bro, he's a little twink.
Jackie?
No.
I don't know. I'm surprised. I'm surprised both of you. You, I guess, not so much.
Dude, if I
Nick,
didn't
find
like
very-
take care, like I would just have ear holes. Like my neck and all this would just grow.
Oh, that's very
gross.
frustrating.
Yeah.
You shave your back? Yeah.
You're a greasy, hairy Italian. You're lying. The Italians got thick hair. They got body hair.
I got
You're
the
lying.
grossest neck hair. I got the grossest leg hair, but no hair.
Stops on the back?
Yeah.
I think, like, you ever see Josh Potter's shoulders? Oh my God.
No.
Josh Potter has a head of hair on his shoulders.
Really?
It's like he could comb it and braid it and shit. It's fucking crazy. But yeah, you gotta like,
What? That's lunacy.
It's hard,
I
man.
I just got the lower. Like I don't have.
I get the
high,
shoulders.
but yeah.
Yeah, the back. The lower's not that bad for me. Probably because it's marred with scars and shit. The back here is tough. Jackie, what's the grossest thing on your body?
Probably your menstrual cycle.
Oh Jesus! My bleeding pussy.
That's a good one. I guess.
I mean, I'll be honest. It's probably tough to beat that. If you got something grosser than a bleeding pussy, geez, keep that one to yourself.
There was one time where I just I shocked myself and just half of my body doesn't sweat really as much.
Okay.
It's like
So wait, you're
there's
like a
just
superhero.
ones-
You once were
so, like-
electrocuted, and then now you have a special power.
Hang on.
How did you electrocute yourself?
I,
So if we make you go for a run, you're gonna come home and half your body's gonna be wet.
no. It does sweat, but like significantly less than the other side.
If we make you
Like
go
you'd
for
have
a
like
run,
one pit stain and one not.
I mean, I don't really like get pit stains that much. I mean, well, like sometimes, but like
we're gonna do this. We're gonna make.
No,
Jackie-
we're
Well,
not
wait a
gonna-
minute.
no,
Where's
we're
the
not gonna
triathlon?
what?
Where's the triathlon?
80K, right?
We're not.
We're at
not-
77.
Oh, okay.
I'm-
So
we're not
we're
doing
getting
the
close then.
triathlon. We're not doing the triathlon.
Oh, we're doing the triathlon.
We're doing the triathlon, and you guys better get these fucking numbers up. Otherwise, you're doing the triathlon in the winter. You're gonna be in a fucking pool in the middle of the fucking winter. So
No, I don't want to do the triathlon.
doesn't matter.
We made a
since,
promise.
Ever since the triathlon clip came out, I have people like, because a lot of people from Long Island obviously listen to KFC Radio Bar. Still, people come up to me, like dudes especially, offering to train me to swim, and it's getting weird.
I just
I
want
was
to do
just
the
coming to bars,
triathlon
I
so
saw
Mike
you.
drowns. I want to see Mike drown. I want to see Jackie try to rap. Yeah, like you don't get a choice, by the way. I've done so many goddamn things in this company I don't want to do. You're doing the triathlon. So wait, go back to when were you? How did you get electrocuted?
Okay, it wasn't like fully electric. Like this.
Well,
is,
clearly
like,
it was half.
dramatic. and this is okay. This was just like a theory. So maybe like one half of me like hasn't really sweat that much,
Peter
but
Parker
like
over
there's just
here.
one half of my body that's kind of like out of commission. Like it doesn't
Which
like.
half?
It's this,
Yeah.
no, it's
Is this
this
Bell's
half,
palsy?
and like my eyelashes don't grow as well. Like nothing. Like it's like just everything, and this could be just in my head. But there was one time that I remember that I was trying to plug in like a charger, and then like I was touching the metal part, and then like it was with this hand, and then I just like. It wasn't like a dramatic thing, but it like I felt it like go up my arm,
Yeah.
and then ever since then I like noticed like that night that like I wasn't really, and it's not like noticeable.
How old?
It was probably like
Like
5 years ago.
Okay,
So
okay.
it's like a new thing, and it's kind of cool.
I was gonna say you gotta go just fucking zap the other side. Now I don't sweat anymore. Botox, fucking just electrocute
but
yourself.
but now it's kind of like we're kind of evening out a little bit, but. This is totally a theory. I don't know, but if anybody knows anything about this, either
If there are any doctors out there who know about 50% of your body not sweating after you electrocute yourself with a phone charger, please do let me know. Is there anybody who majored in that? Is there anybody whose specialization is half your body not sweating after shocking yourself? That's kind of a cop out, by the way.
Yeah,
Fine, my
like-
bleeding vagina.
They are gross. They are gross.
You could have just said vagina.
Even when they're in good shape. Terrible. Yeah, like I would have to say, you want to be honest, my ball sack. And that's not specific to me. That's just all of us. Like my ball sack is definitely the least appealing thing on my body. When you're having a long ball day,
Oh, long ball days are the best.
no, they are gross.
Because it's every day.
Yeah, your balls are disgusting.
I think balls are funny.
I know, but they're gross. They're funny because they're gross.
I guess, but like I don't find them. I don't find them gross. They're just funny.
Do gay guys think balls are gross?
I guess I don't have much experience with balls.
yeah,
Zach,
yeah.
why don't you go?
Do gay guys like balls?
I like my own balls.
I already knew that I have to cut. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You like
Watkins.
balls? What's your stance on balls? You a balls fan?
Some guys do, for sure. I wouldn't say that's my biggest thing, but also the fact that neither one of you said asshole yet is crazy town.
that's true.
Well, I have a varicose vein. Like that's
worse than
off
an
the
asshole.
table.
Yeah.
Were you not in here for that? That's what.
That's
That's
what
what inspired
he's
this
got
whole
a varicose
thing.
vein in
I got
his
a
thigh.
varicose vein now.
It's truly
Jesus
disgusting.
Christ.
Yeah, he's truly gross.
Your
That's probably worse than asshole.
body is a mess.
Yeah. Yeah, like assholes are gross, but like you can take care of them. Certain things like your balls, no matter what I do to my balls, it's not gonna be nice, you know? But like our gay guys are like, you know, like give me those balls.
Depends.
Like put those balls in my mouth, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
Because
Yeah.
the reason I asked,
yes,
yeah.
yes, Kevin.
Because-
As a female ever sucked your
No,
balls
well that's
before,
the
so,
thing.
yeah.
I feel like unless you are really in tune with someone sexually, or they're being performative, I think chicks are either putting on a show or you have just found your like sexual soulmate if she's into your balls. Otherwise, I think they're like they're licking your balls, they're doing shit with your balls because they feel like they have to. They don't want to. So like, do gay guys, are they like, I like your dick and balls?
Well, yeah. I mean, yes, Kevin. That's like what?
Yeah, well that's
So guys who
like-
fuck dicks.
Yeah.
Into them?
Yeah.
Dicks.
Yeah, gay guys.
No,
Yeah,
dicks.
Dicks
I
and balls.
understand. Dicks you can be into.
yeah.
Dicks look nice. Dicks can be.
No,
There are
they
good-looking dicks. Some of them. I don't know what your dick
some
looks
of
like.
them do.
I got a great-looking dick.
Whatever.
I've said this before.
No, you-
I got a great. If
No,
I,
you-
I don't have
you
a
said the
big
exact
dick.
opposite.
No,
Yeah.
no. My dick.
Kevin said this.
I have been told to go thank the doctor who gave me my circumcision. Because that's how nice of a dick I have. It's not going to impress you size-wise, but it looks like a dick should look. It's like if you were to like make a dick.
You
Like,
drawn a dick? Looks like that.
yes, if you like Michelangelo sculpts a dick, it's that dick, bigger than the David. But
I think I need to
but it
quit the
looks like a
podcast.
dick.
Yeah. No one,
But
no
the
one's
balls-
When you're doodling a dick in school, no one's doodling a dick that looks like this, where it's like
No one's got the hood.
half a skin up there.
Yeah, no.
fucking crooked down
I got it. Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, no one's drawing
That's how
that.
some dicks look.
That's how a lot of
not
dicks
how
look.
Kevin's dick looks.
No, my
I
dick
haven't
looks
even seen it.
perfect.
I'm just gassing him up
Yeah, I was
anyway.
gonna say, yeah, you're big into his dick,
Bro,
right now,
my
dude.
dick. I got the best dick tip in the world. My dick head I would put up against any dick head in the world. Swear to God, absolutely swear to God. So, but you like balls?
All right.
Zach, I like balls. Yep, that's your new nickname.
Okay. I'm done.
I mean, yeah. Would you like balls if you were a gay guy? Would you like put it? One last question. One last question.
If you were gay, he's the
Yeah,
gayest
he's the
man
gayest guy.
in the room. Are you kidding?
Will you?
No, my varicose vein makes me straight.
Yeah, that is true. That's so straight. That's
Yeah,
so not gay.
Gay guys don't get varicose veins.
Would you rank balls amongst guys you've hooked up with? Like if I was like, oh yeah, remember Stacy? She had the best ass.
Oh,
And
no.
Jessica, she had the greatest tits. Are you like, Philip? His ball sack was primo.
Philip, that's a weird.
Yeah. You ever fuck a
name.
Phil?
No, but no, I would.
What's the weirdest name of someone you fucked? Well,
Me?
think about that room while Zach answers the ball question.
Wait.
Do you rank balls?
No,
Okay.
no. That
What's
was
the weirdest name of someone you fucked?
I don't know. I don't think I have one.
weird
Oh,
name.
I have one.
I have a lot. I don't remember, but not a lot.
I told Jackie this. Hooked up with a guy named Jackie. Like,
No! That's fucking hilarious. A guy named Jackie. I don't think
Guy named Jackie. It's so gay.
that is the gayest shit I've ever heard. Did he suck your dick? That's so gay.
What's up? I'm Jackie.
Have you ever heard
Jackie
of that?
Brown.
I don't think I've ever heard of a Jackie male.
I Jackie Brown. Well, Jackie Brown's a female.
Jackie Brown's a girl, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
With a Y,
J-A-C-K?
Well, why?
why?
That's kind of gayer.
Was he white?
No.
Yeah. I can see a black guy doing that. A white guy's
not.
having
Well, he's
Jackie.
all right.
He's not black either?
Nope.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, now
Was
I
he-
feel like I'm just giving this man away.
I don't think so.
No, there's a lot of Indian Jackies out there.
I'm gonna guess my next one. I'm gonna go Hispanic.
Nope.
Asian?
Well, that's the only one left.
Yeah. An Asian named Jackie. All right.
Wait,
That's
that makes
interesting.
sense. Yeah. Should have been my second guess.
Chan. Yeah. Did you fuck Jackie Chan? Zach fucked Jackie Chan, and he said he had nice balls.
That didn't even occur to me. If I'm being
Wow.
honest.
Jackie Chan. That's a great one. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
If I was a gay
Does
guy,
his own stunts.
the first guy I would try to fuck would be Jackie Chan. I would love. How much of a party
first?
starter is that? Like not like the first. It's just like my holy grail would be like I want to be able to say that I fucked Jackie Chan. That would be amazing.
It's a pretty good one, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good one.
up there.
Yeah.
He would be very surprised by that.
I don't think I've ever fucked anyone with a weird name, but I once like made out with and like hooked up in a bar with someone named Marjorie.
Marjorie?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Taylor
I
Swift. What's up?
made
Shout
out
out.
with somebody named Voldemort.
What?
Oh yes,
Oh,
no. She
that's
told
how
me
we
about
did.
this.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's how we got here.
Yes.
I forgot about this.
Forgot about
You
this.
went with
as
someone
well.
named Voldemort?
Yeah. Well, it was
No.
exactly Voldemort.
I mean that's the
but
name
it was,
from Harry Potter, right?
Yeah,
But she.
yeah, it was pronounced like Voldemort or
Oh
something.
no!
It was
Wait.
in
That guy
Sweden.
played you.
No.
No! I'm serious.
What's your name?
Do you know him anymore?
Voldemort. Never
No,
say that loud
he-
ever
he's
again.
If you go to a bar and you hook up with a dude and you're talking to him and he's like, my name is Voldemort, he's lying to you.
No, he had like an accent. It was like, whatever. And this was in Sweden.
You will really say anything on a podcast, huh?
Isn't that bad?
Should I not be? Yeah,
No.
I didn't like. I just made out with him.
That guy is not named Voldemort,
His
Jackie.
name is
Did you see
Voldemort.
did you see a license?
No.
Did you like any way to prove it other than him saying it was his name?
No, but why
That
would he?
dude is
Why
like-
would he tell me that his name is
Because
Voldemort?
it's funny to be like, I told that dumb American bitch my name was Voldemort, and she believed me.
But
Jackie's
it
like, I hooked up
wasn't-
with this guy this
it
weekend. His name was
wasn't-
Luke Skywalker.
it was-
I swear to God. I swear to God, his name was Skywalker.
I'm trying to see if there's any.
There's nobody named Voldemort.
But it
He's a
wasn't
fictional wizard.
exactly Voldemort. It was like
It's
he's also
French for survivor of death, right? Yeah, no,
What is that?
I'm
What do you
not,
mean?
I'm not helping your cause here.
Obviously, people name their
Also-
child after a survivor of death.
Oh yeah, what do you mean right? Like as if we know.
You can only name your kid Voldemort.
No,
if
I'm
you
saying
try to
like it
abort
was
him.
completely made up.
Oh,
like
all
for
right,
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, I'm not helping her case. Here.
There
No.
is. I can't.
I think I have him on Facebook. Hold on.
You have on Facebook?
What are you?
What are you, 100?
Yeah, what?
By the way, subscribe to our Facebook group.
Jackie's like, no, it's a different Voldemort.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That was Snape. That was a college professor I hooked up with named Snape. No, these are not real, Jackie. They're not real.
I'm going to show you.
All right, you
Okay.
whip that up. We're gonna do. I'll get into our top fives. So the top five most offensive, insensitive 9/11 posts of all time. We will begin with VeggieTales. VeggieTales with just a fucking never forget with like a carrot stick and a celery stick, just like I don't even know what fucking VeggieTales is.
Now the big, nor do I.
It's a Christian cartoon that like
What?
It's these.
Oh, I thought it was like a veggie brand.
It's actually
food.
I knew it was a
vegetables
cartoon,
that-
but I thought it was like on Nickelodeon.
It's vegetables that retell like Bible stories.
What?
It's so bad. It's so
Big
funny
time.
That sounds like some
Why are
competition.
you so into it?
Well,
Yeah, you're gay. You should hate that shit.
yeah, it's called indoctrination, Kevin. Yeah.
Well done, well done.
Yeah.
VeggieTales. I didn't even like realize that it was like I thought it was like two little mascots or something or whatever. I didn't know it was like a full blown fucking show.
As far as religious things go, this is actually probably one of the better ones.
Yeah, like we're just gonna have like a couple of fucking vegetables tell stories. Okay, fine.
I feel like religious people would have like Jesus like at the base of the tower catching
Yes.
everybody.
Yes,
And like
yes.
the Lord has saved everyone.
But this is particularly funny. These two little phallic fuckers. Never forget. With like the goofy font, you know what I mean? It's like funny
Yeah,
little
it is.
font.
It's like
in
a-
memory of many, in honor of all. Hashtag never forget. Hashtag VeggieTales. With a fucking flag in the background. Never forget 9/11 with a green thumb and a fucking orange fat whatever. I don't
the
even
big
know.
problem with
Tomato
this
and a zucchini.
is that it was in 2017.
Yes.
Like you got to be better. Like
By 2017, you should know. This
in the
is
early
gonna
internet
get-
days, yeah, it was fair. Back when people would say like, "Oh, this intern's getting fired" because people were stupid enough to think multi-billion-dollar corporations had fucking interns running their
Right.
social media.
Right.
But back in the day, there was, we were still feeling out the internet. Nowadays, you got to know you can't be slinging.
Can't
that.
be doing it.
2017 is too late.
Well, that's why we got a couple ones from this year that are just like, oh my God. You know what's unbelievable about this? You know what's unbelievable about this, John? Let me open up the actual picture. It is. Can't even open that. Look at that. It's like copywritten. Like they put on the side.
Big Idea Entertainment.
Big Idea LLC, like copyright 2017, like we can't have anybody stealing this 9/11 tribute. Nobody's gonna use that fucking VeggieTales, only us. That is staggering. Number 4, tell them, Johnny.
Number 4, that would be SpaghettiOs. SpaghettiOs.
SpaghettiOs a bit of an asterisk, but we have to include it.
Yes, because it has been photoshopped to. It is now in my head as a 9/11 tweet. It was actually Pearl Harbor. It is the SpaghettiO. There's definitely it definitely evokes emotions of Iwo Jima,
Yes.
where it's he's putting up the flag, raising the flag back up. The SpaghettiO has saved the world. He looks like a superhero. He's like, are you high in a 7-Eleven at 3 a.m.? On 9/11,
I gotcha.
I'm here.
Yeah, he's got his tongue out, and he's got his flag up. And
by the way, we should stop
take
calling him a him. I think that's misogynistic of us.
Oh, are
'cause
we?
He clearly doesn't have a penis. So this is a woman. SpaghettiOs are women.
Well, he doesn't have
They're
pussy either.
Well, they're holes.
Well, he has one giant hole.
One big hole.
Is that all that women are to you? Just one big hole?
No, they're two. Three, in fact. Three if you find the right one.
Do you think?
5 if you're Sam J.
Do we think this mascot has a name?
The SpaghettiO?
Yeah.
Gotta. If you don't have a name, that's lame. That's
Theo.
Theo. So Theo, that's an interesting
true?
name for a woman.
Or is that? Yeah.
It's a weird name for a hole.
That could be either. Jesus.
Theo. Oh, I think it's like Theo. Like it's the O of SpaghettiO, but it's like Theo. So Theo ran out there, fucking 9/11 flag in hand. There are so many funny Photoshop memes that were like, look at what SpaghettiOs did. And there's one where he's parachuting out of the towers with like fucking burning buildings in the background, or like this one, like that is so goddamn funny.
God.
So horrible. So like he's the 9. They turn Theo into the 9. Just unbelievable. This is the one. He's peeking out from the
Oh my god, that one looks like he did it.
I
Like
mean, that is so
like
bad.
he's the fucking Kool-Aid man of terrorism. Oh yeah.
Look at this one. Holocaust Memorial. They turned him into a Jewish guy.
Oh my god.
That's the problem when you do these things. You just open yourself up to a literal lifetime.
Yeah,
of
but
bad.
guess what?
Like there is a brand manager who's like there's someone who works at SpaghettiOs who hates 9/11 more than victims of 9/11. Who's just like, fuck, all the memes are gonna be tweeted this day. Like my job's gonna be terrible tomorrow. Number
the thing
3.
about it too, though, is that I bet like that increased sales.
I know, because it just got like this is how marketing works. You're thinking of SpaghettiOs. I mean, I haven't thought about SpaghettiOs in years. I want to have some.
I want some right now. It reminds me of back when Subway was like, we have to admit, our tuna sandwiches are not made of tuna fish. And I was like, I gotta go get a Subway.
Everybody's got to eat it.
I need a Subway tuna
I feel like Chef Boyardee was like, all right, we gotta fucking let's make fun of Pearl Harbor next. Let's fucking we gotta like joke about COVID now. We gotta get our numbers up like fucking SpaghettiOs. Look at the engagement they're getting. Number 3 on the list is Garfield, the fat cat, who there's just a picture of him. It's just him sitting staring at a flag.
But here's the thing. I think this one is almost a little bit
satire, like a little.
No. Heavens, no. This was genuine. They thought they were doing something good. But I think it actually kind of works because he has the hands behind his back.
Yeah.
The hands behind your back always make it look like you're pensive and you're doing something interesting and you're being thoughtful. It's like, oh, that is very respectful of Garfield to be so I can't think of the words because I just used them
pensive?
all. Pensive, inquisitive about the flag, and he is partaking in a day of remembrance. He's sitting there deep in thought about how beautiful the red, white, blue is.
Definitely looks reverential. He definitely looks like, he's not trying to mock it, but again, it results in Photoshop stuff like that. Like you're gonna have him just hands clasped doing the old grandpa looking at burning buildings because everyone's a child and we're gonna make fun of
He looks like
him.
a fucking what are they called?
The old men in China.
In Italy.
Yeah, it's an Italian word. I don't know.
What's the word for him?
There's old men in China when they retire. It's a thing that they do where they walk around with their hands clasped behind their back and they would just watch construction sites.
It begins with an M.
And then there's the the Chinese men who do bang he, where they pull their shirts up over their belly because it's too hot. The umarels, where you're just walking around admiring things.
You stand there. The best part of an umarel is the offering unsolicited advice. None of the construction
We're just
workers.
gonna tell you.
Oh,
shit.
I don't know if I put that over there. I don't know if I put that over there, vato. I don't know fucking Italian.
I was gonna say vato.
Vato. I only know Spanish.
How about this?
Umarel.
Yeah. We just did that like 30 seconds ago. That's like the 3rd time Jackie's done that. Sometimes I think that like her life like skips. Like there's a like
that was unbelievable.
Like a CD skip.
I thought the whole point was like you guys.
You know what
didn't know
do?
the word.
Yeah, but we got
when you Google,
'Cause I was busy
you get
Googling.
too focused. You can't Google and listen at the same time.
We were literally on to the next top video. It's umarel. Yeah, no, we know.
Yeah, we know.
fucking.
I tried to help, And then this is what happened.
Yep.
Because your fucking
we
left side's so
berated.
goddamn slow, you can't type.
Dude, how about this for a little addition to like the Garfield saga? September 10th, the comic they ran is what's his name? James? What's his name? What's the human's name? Jim?
I don't know.
Jim.
Jim is on the phone. He says, "He what?" And then he said, the next frame, he says, "Could you hold for a moment? I have another call coming in. Thanks." He picks up another one and says, "He what?" And then it's two really bad things happened. And then it's Garfield looking mischievous saying, "I've been a busy boy." September 10th, 2001, Garfield takes credit mischievously for doing two very mischievous things.
Man, okay, they really got a bad rap when it was clearly Garfield.
I mean, Garfield did 9/11. That's what it comes down to. Motherfucker wanted some lasagna. He did 9/11. Number 2 on the list of...
Motherfucker wanted some. Sbarro was closed. He just got real mad.
Number 2 is the reason why we did this list. It's a new induction to the 76ers podcast called Locked On 76ers with a guy named Keith. I don't know his other name. He was doing a segment on 9/11 on his podcast, and this is how it went.
Just to say it was a tough time in our history. And tomorrow is going to be an emotional day for a lot of us. I mean, the fact that you see kids, 20-something now, never even knew their family members. You know, it's tough.
It's tough.
But let me tell you something that's not tough.
Tell me what it is.
Not tough at all. And I'm talking about direct TV streaming.
You're talking about direct TV streaming.
You know,
Tell me the deal.
does it sound familiar? You've got one device that lets you catch the game live, but it lets you stream your favorite shows.
Amazing.
Just to say,
I mean, that is all time tone deaf.
Taking the crown off of you in segues and placing it on Frank. I'm sorry, not Frank. Keith.
I mean, it's a good segue. It is objectively a smooth segue that connects two topics. 9/11 is tough. What is not tough is direct TV. These are facts. However, there is a time and a place. DirecTV came out and said,
"Thanks, Keith. We are getting fucking subscriptions out the fucking ass."
It said, "We believe in honoring and respect."
Some dude just called us. He's got a fucking Subway tuna melt, a fucking can of SpaghettiOs. He's watching Garfield on DirecTV streaming. He's having a hell of a 9/11.
Happy birthday, America. Happy 9/11. Says, "We believe in honoring and respecting the victims and heroes of 9/11 and agree that the timing and transition here aren't right." See that? I don't agree. The transition is not the problem. Unfortunately, we don't have control over the placement of our ads and podcasts. Please know that we treat this matter with great sensitivity. So that is pretty fucking ridiculous. Yeah, man. That's the second one. And you know who it is. You know what it is for the number one on the list of the most disrespectful ways to pay tribute to those who died in 9/11, the most disrespectful remembrance of lost ones and their family members. It's Marriott Hotels with the free mini muffins on September 11th from 8:45 to 9:15 Eastern Time. Your reigning champion now until the end of time. They are 20-0 in the last 20 years of remembrance. It is the mini muffins for free for half an hour.
It is the mini. The aspect that the fact that it was mini, the fact that I believe it's only in the time that both towers were hit.
Like short of them
right?
saying like the
first
deal.
one was
If
847.
the deal was at
second.
847, it's like 847 to 907 or something. It's crazy. I mean,
So
it's for sure.
It's like, look, if we're done with crashes into the World Trade Center, we're done with this.
Like we will give you free muffins, but these are.
But you better act as fast as 11 Saudis.
I got a new top 5. We got an honorable mention. Wow. That was fucking funny. Yeah, you got.
Everyone's reaction has me thinking, I don't know if that should stay.
Oh, that's staying. Oh, that's staying. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes on the clock.
All right. If we got 5 minutes, I'll do quick. I'm sorry, do you have something?
No, I was gonna keep making fun of their window of death. You can have muffins for a 30-minute window of death. 5 minutes on the clock. What you got?
All right. I went to a Russian bathhouse this weekend.
Oh, I'm so mad at you guys. I can't do this.
Why?
I can't.
Why?
Because when I was a wee lad, when I was probably 25, living in the city, my friends all decided to go to Russian bathhouses every weekend, and they said, we're gonna go schwitz. Do you want to come schwitz with us? I said, what the fuck is schwitzing? I said, we go to a Russian bathhouse, we get naked, we sit around in this giant locker room, and we sweat with like a bunch of old men. And I said, that sounds like the last thing I want to do on earth.
so wrong.
And every
You're
fucking
so
weekend
wrong.
they asked me to go schwitzing, and I made fun of them relentlessly forever. And I thought I had got away from that. I thought I never had to hear about schwitzing again. And I walk in here on Sunday, and Nick says, in that Nick voice, "You're gonna come do a bath with us?" And I was like, "What? A bath? We're gonna do a bath?" And I was like, what does that mean? And John says we're going to a Russian bathhouse, and I was like, it's back. It's fucking back in my life. And not only do they go, because I like that shit. I like going to saunas and what's the other one called? The steam rooms and saunas. I like going to spas, I like massages, all that shit. But I don't like this because it's with a bunch of weird old Jewish men and Russian Orthodox men, and then they whip each other with these reeds. I think they call them.
Eucalyptus leaves.
Yeah,
Eucalyptus
eucalyptus leaves.
I believe, yeah.
They whip you.
Yep, I got whipped.
Yeah, not normal. That everyone.
Good. By Adam. No, Aaron. Aaron had wing tattoos on his back.
A random
Might have
dude.
wanted to fuck me.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is where you guys fuck each other, right?
Just about to say, this sounds like a typical Saturday night.
But that's like at least like we're gonna go to this like locker room and we're gonna suck each other's dicks. John just went to get actually whipped by a man named Aaron. Right? You didn't suck? Did anybody suck dick?
No.
Okay,
No dick.
so these guys are
Yeah,
just.
just let me know after the episode, like the address of this place. That's all.
I'll do that.
You can go with, but I feel like you got to show these guys the full.
Oh, wait.
like,
Can you do me a favor? Can you run to my desk and get my canvas bag for me, please?
His tote bag.
Thank you. Yeah.
I don't know what I hate more, the tote bag or the schwitzing.
Yeah, wait, the tote.
Yeah. It's a canvas bag. Thank you.
It's a fucking tote.
Quit it. Got it. So Nick has been asking me for a while. Not a while, like 2 weeks. And
Nick Tarani, not Nick Hamilton.
Yes. And so I went with Nick, KB, and Owen. And
So I mean, anytime you're doing anything with those guys, it's a weird.
Wrecking crew.
Dude, so me and Nick got there first. We get there at like 11:10 probably. We ring the bell. Guy goes. We don't open for 25 minutes. A classic 11:35 opening, you know, like all reputable stores do. We open at 11:35. So we kind of just sit on the street for a while. Eventually go down. The first thing I noticed, and I took pictures because I was like, this is like an experience, is all the photos on the wall of, like, first of all, there's a lot of Russian bears, as you can see here, bears and bulls. No outside food or beverage. Everything's in Russian. It's like a real lodge. But then on the wall,
Where is this?
It's in like off Wall Street.
And it's like a wooden. It's like a wood.
Yeah,
cabin
it's like
that.
below like the subway. You go down like a lot of stairs,
Yeah.
and the only way they clean it is they just make everything really hot all night.
Can you grab that remote?
So it just burns shit off. Like that's how, like I don't think they ever clean anything. But so
disgusting.
in the lobby,
Just like cum and sweat everywhere.
in
There you
the,
go, gay boy.
thank you. In the lobby, they have photos of everyone who's come before. Now there's
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
this one's blurry. So I'm trying to be sneaky about it. That's clearly Owen Wilson. And then. Okay, there's.
Wait a minute. These are just pictures of people, not
autographed.
Like,
And
not
it
like
says, like
in the. But it's just like a headshot, and they autograph it, right?
Yeah.
It's not like, hey, look at me. Like usually, it's like I'm in the restaurant or I'm eating the slice of pizza. This is just like they could have put a picture of Owen Wilson scribbled on the wall.
Yes. Now there's Khabib.
I believe.
All the Real Housewives. Apparently they film episodes here. Yeah. Apparently someone said they do a bunch of episodes there. Fucking 3 Stacks. Joe Kim Noah. I will say Zach Braff. What up? A lot of people I don't recognize.
I'll give you this. It sounds like you at least go to like the cool celebrity schmitz.
No, it doesn't. No, it's
Well,
not, it's not nice.
Well, that
it's
like,
not bad. But it's
all
not,
I'm
like,
saying
super
is
nice.
that my friends used to just go to one in like Murray Hill that no famous people went to. So
My favorite part is Ovechkin is on the wall. His isn't autographed. It's just a picture of Ovechkin. But we go down, and then we're like there. It is, and I genuinely mean this, it is the most tight-knit community I've been a part of in New York.
I hear this.
Everyone
This
that-
is what I mean. These guys, they
Bro,
they loved it.
They couldn't wait to tell me how to do it.
Yeah.
They couldn't wait to like help me out, to whack me with leaves.
They couldn't wait to suck your dick.
They could. Oh, we're all about it. And it's co-ed, so you gotta wear a bathing suit. No one's naked.
Okay.
But it was.
I mean,
so
you got to be insane to be a girl and go. You have to be.
the girls were hot.
Insane.
The girls were hot.
Really?
They were like, there were probably only 3 to 5 of them.
What?
We were there at opening, so it wasn't very packed. when we were there.
Shit.
There were probably 15 people there.
I would
the whole
love to
time.
hit on some chicks in a Russian bathhouse.
Dude, they were wet. There was one chick in particular, like a red bikini with like tattoos, and I was like, that's my fucking girl. So then they're like teaching me how to do it, which I'm also gonna do more research. But like first you go into the infrared sauna, and that's like I think like 100 something degrees, and then you use that, and then you go to the steam room, which is like 150. Steam room, really blasting you with eucalyptus in there, right? Then you jump in the fucking ice tub, 30 seconds, hold your breath. Hold your breath. Let it out slow. 30 seconds. Out. Boom. From there, you go to the schwitz, which I thought was just Jewish for sweat. It is not. It's a whole thing. A schwitz is. I thought when people were like, oh, hey, let's go have a schwitz. Yeah. I thought that was just a dick being like, oh, let's go play basketball. Not.
No.
You go into it's about 200 degrees in the schwitz room. They got water in there. You dump it on yourself so you can stay cool and stay in longer. Also, one thing that helps in there is you wear a wool hat. Keeps you cool.
Cap.
This is a boiled wool hat. It keeps you cool in saunas, which doesn't make any sense, but it's what they told me.
A lot of great visuals in this episode. Go to YouTube.
and then from the schwitz room, you go back, hot tub, cold tub, ice tub, 30 seconds.
May I?
Can we sell these, please?
I mean the message, the fit,
I bought that one intentionally.
the little hook here.
That's to hang it up on the hook when you jump into the cold tub. So you can't take this in the cold tub. That would be ridiculous.
Preposterous to wear that anywhere other than the hot tub.
And then after the cold tub, after the schwitz room, you go to the Russian bath, which that's 250 degrees, kind of. You're fucking cooking in there.
No part.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's where they
you're-
fucking start smacking you with leaves. You feel it in the bones.
I can't even begin to tell you how little appealing how little appeal this has
right?
to me.
Then that takes probably about a half hour, 45 minutes all told. Right, hit all the stations, chill out, get some water, hang out in the lounge. Cause they got a lounge, juice bar, soup bar, and then go take another spin through probably.
Did you say soup?
After the second spin through, that's when it's soup time. It's everyone's just sitting there in towels, shirtless, eating soup. I had a chicken dumpling soup. Nick got chicken and vegetables. Owen and KP got fucking spicy lamb soups.
This sounds like Mad Libs, where it's like you pick a place, a piece of clothing, an activity, and a food, and you do it all in one place.
Dude, the soups were delicious. Best chicken and dumpling soup I've ever had in my life, I think. It was
soups.
It was divine.
And you scoop it yourself with a ladle?
No.
They serve you?
No, at the juice bar they serve you the soup. They come out, bring it out to you. It's actually such a tight knit community that you can just leave. You don't have to finish your soup right away. You can just leave it on the table, go do another run through the fucking thing, come back, soup's still there. Have a little more soup, a little more water.
You let your soup just sit and sit in a fucking Russian bathhouse of sweaty men?
Yeah. And women, couple
And women, and hot chicks.
There it is.
How
Russian,
disgusting is this? She's like,
you're all
fully
gonna
disgusting.
come. We're gonna do a KFC radio fucking field trip to the Russian bathhouse.
Oh, that sounds really funny.
It is unbelievable. I can't stress enough. The guys there do love it a little too much though. Like Aaron was telling me that
Who loves it more than you? Listen to yourself.
No, Aaron was like, he's like, yeah, it's been unbelievable. Like, I got sober since I came here. He's like, when you jump from the fucking cold, go right to the Russian bathhouse, like, that shit's better than cocaine. And I was like, bro, I did both. I don't think so.
You've got shitty cocaine.
Don't get me wrong, it was invigorating. I had fun, but then I was like, you guys want to go eat soup? That's not what I do after I have cocaine.
I got out of the bathhouse and I was like, you guys want to go do cocaine? Clearly didn't scratch my itch, bro. Oh my
You
God.
guys think I'll go and get some soup?
Like
fun.
this soup is like the last food on earth I would see coming or expect or want or think
Nick
is a
says
good.
he's ordered the soup.
Like I can see.
You can DoorDash it. Nick says he's DoorDashed the soup.
He got delivery soup from a Russian Jewish bathhouse.
I don't know why you keep adding Jewish to this, and I don't know why I'm offended by it. They're just Russians. Maybe they're not. I don't know. I didn't ask him. We didn't get to it. I'll ask Aaron next weekend. I told him. I was like, dude, I'll see you back next weekend. Dude. He's like, oh, yeah,
I'll
I got
ask
you.
Aaron. I mean, I can't tell you how much I hate this. I hate it as much as the tote bag. I hate it as that hat is. That hat looks like the that you look like the dad in Jumanji, hunting the dad who's trying to kill Robin Williams in Jumanji. That hat. When you do eventually kill yourself, make sure you're wearing that hat. Make sure we find you wearing that. Jar.
5 minutes.
That's a 5 spot because that was too vivid. Put a 5 in there for me. It's up behind you. That's fair. That's a jar. Voicemails today are brought to you by Mint Mobile. It's the Mint Mobile line, the official sponsor of the KFC Radio voicemail hotline. We have been running for 10 years straight.
Sorry, I gotta interrupt real quick.
Yeah.
I took a picture because they have weird Doritos there. I took a picture of Doritos. That's Hebrew. You're right.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is the most Jewish thing in the world. Schwitzing is Jewish.
Oh, I took a picture of my soup. Looks like a great soup.
Looks like a regular fucking bowl
Regular
of soup.
bowl of soup, but it tastes like a great soup.
Yeah, these Doritos I think are just like foreign Doritos. They're like they are like the Jewish Hebrew
They're
version
good.
of
They were
Doritos.
just cracked pepper. It's just cracked pepper Doritos. They're delicious.
I am afraid to swipe. I don't know what else is gonna fucking pop up there, man.
Yeah, you should be. No, I don't think so.
Mint Mobile has been sponsoring the KFC Radio Hotline for a little while now. The KFC Radio Hotline has been rocking for 10 years, a decade worth of your phone calls. We had somebody roll up on us before we went to the bar before the 9/11 comedy event, and this dude called in. He called in the, would you rather throw up every time you hear McDonald's or wear a fedora and have to tell people I wear it because I like it?
Yeah, that's right. I
He
forgot about that.
He said he was drunk. He was 17, and he called in, and now he's like, you know, every time he hears it on Answer the Internet, he hears it on our show. That's like iconic. That's like episode 1, I think.
I couldn't believe
It's
that
like
was episode 1.
so early, and he's like, yeah, now you know he's like a 27-year-old guy, like normal dude. But he's like, I did the McDonald's fedora
He
thing.
was like 10 years ago.
Legend. I mean,
He said he was 17 drunk.
Unbelievable. And you just pulled the Jackie because I just said all that.
Oh, I was
Yeah,
my bad. I was sending the pictures to the KC chat so they could put it in. My bad. God damn it! Cut that out.
But that's what, if you call in with a heavy hitter like that, you are basically a part of KFC Radio. And I will tell anybody, like, if you call in and you leave a message that we use on the show and then we incorporate into ATI and you can prove or you can show that you are the one who called that, we will shout you out. We'll have you call on the show. Like, the more people that want to get involved and try to leave legendary voicemails and ATI questions for us, like, the better. We'll give you all the credit in the world. You won't get a cut of anything, but you'll get all the credit. So call it up. It's 646-807-8665. Call it up from your Mint Mobile phone because that only costs $15 a month. I get my I'm switching over in the process now to getting into Mint Mobile, but I get my notifications that's just like, thank you for paying $243 this month. What? It's like we don't pay for data anymore. We're not like roaming charges. Like we don't pay for texts and calls. How is my bill that much? It's all those fucking fees and all this dumb shit that's like all a lie. Mint Mobile, though, they are online only. So they only do internet service. So they don't have any brick and mortar buildings to pay for or employees to pay who work the stores. So they take all those savings, pass it on to you, and that's how you can have premium wireless service for only $15 a month. Unlimited text and talk, high-speed data, 5G network, all on Mint Mobile. You can keep the same number and all your contacts if you're switching over. Because I know that's what gets people worried. They're like, oh, I can't switch to Mint Mobile because then I'll lose all my contacts. Nope. You'll keep all your contacts. You'll keep your phone number. Instead of paying $150, you pay $15. It's literally 10x. You're saving 10 times the money, and if you're not 100% satisfied, you get within the first week, you get a money-back guarantee. 7 days, money-back guarantee. So to get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month, head over to mintmobile.com/KFC. You can tailor a plan fit for just you, and it gets shipped right to your door for free. It's mintmobile.com/KFC. Cut your wireless bill down to $15 a month at where, John?
Mintmobile.com/KFC.
Voicemails, what do we got?
Kevin, John, Nick, intern, Mike from Long Island. Been sitting in traffic trying to get to Jersey for about 5 hours now, literally on the point of suicide. And I thought of a hypothetical. Would you rather be in the car in traffic for the rest of your life? So this is your hell. So would you rather choose in traffic with like a 50% full bladder or waiting in like a DMV line with starving?
Oh.
You got to choose one, either in a line standing there for the rest of your life, starving, or in the
rest of your
car
life. So this is like hell.
sitting in traffic.
This is like heck. This is like heck.
You gotta pee.
You know, that ATI question, like if you're in charge of heck and you get a bad punishment but not a terrible one. So you're at the DMV hungry or you're stuck in traffic having to pee.
This is easy for me, but I think it's a different answer. A pee. Am I allowed to pee?
No.
Oh, I can't pee.
Yeah, I don't think, yeah, no.
Well, like, I don't mean like pull over. I mean like, can I just pee myself?
No.
No?
No, because it's like,
I can just piss in my own car?
I can't be like, I can just order a fucking delivery to my DMV and eat. Like,
okay, that's fair. Fair play.
Although there is a little bit difference, like you do have to then sit in your own filth.
Yeah, which
but the feeling
of at
the DMV.
No, I don't sit.
I'm just checking. Valid question, bro. Valid question. The feeling of having to pee when you can't pee is second to only having to poop when you can't poop.
Oh no, I
those are terrible feelings.
I disagree. I completely disagree with you, Kevin. I completely just disagree.
You're starting to sound like the fellas at the Schwitz. You're a mensch. You're a real mensch. You know that, Johnny?
I think that peeing, you can. Okay, here's the deal. Can I do jumping jacks?
You can do whatever you want.
Okay. So what I do is very often I forget I have to pee. Like I had to pee before we started this episode. Didn't pee. That was 2 hours ago.
You are literally
2 hours ago. I thought I should go to the bathroom.
You are literally my child. Like I tell my kids, like you go to the bathroom. They're like, I went. I'm like, when did you go? She's like, when we were having breakfast. I was like, it's 4:00. And she's like, I don't have to go. And then Shay goes in. I hear it flush. She comes out. I go, how was that? She looks at me. She's like, yeah. Fucking peed.
Dude.
And therefore.
But I forget, but I'm just like, I'm cool. I'm chilling right now. I don't have to pee or anything. I do have to pee so bad. But you just kind of get used to pee. Hunger affects, you become irritable. And you start yelling at people. And
again, if you're a child,
being hungry,
you get hangry like a little bitch.
I sure do. Everyone does. It's completely normal. It's
chicks
completely
get hangry.
I know.
Chicks get hangry.
It is. If I'm at the DMV, I'm already irritable. So if I'm hungry, I'm getting more irritable. And then I'm going to lash out at the DMV person who does not get paid a lot. It's going to tell me to go fuck myself.
You lash out on them, they lash out on you.
I'm not even going to achieve my goal there. If I just have to pee, if I do some jumping jacks, right? Because then your body needs more of the liquid in you, so you sweat it out. and you sweat the pee out that way.
I don't think that's how it works.
I think it is.
I don't think that's how it works.
Bro, when I fucking if I have to fucking pee before I work out, if I don't have to pee anymore after I work out.
I don't think that's how. I
fucking science, bitch.
No, there definitely is something to like when you're so dehydrated, you drink a bunch and you don't need to pee because like your body needed like every fucking ounce of water. But I'm pretty sure once it's in your bladder ready to come out, you're fucked. I don't.
You might be right. I mean, who's to say?
Imagine you're doing jumping jacks and the body's like, all right, get that pee out of the bladder. We're doing jumping jacks. I just think that having to pee is one of the worst feelings in the world when you can't. Like, as an adult, not going to ask you because you're like, it happened last week probably. What's the closest you've come to peeing your pants as an adult? Because if you ever have a moment like that as an adult, it's a harrowing feeling. It's like, oh my God, I am a full-grown adult in public and I'm gonna pee myself.
I came pretty close last night.
Last night?
Yeah.
I think at the show because it was 5 fucking hours long.
The line was so fucking. I was holding the intermission.
Yeah, that's you know what the worst is when you when you're you think you're gonna go. So it's like if I'm stuck at something, if I, like basically exactly what happened to you. It's like, oh, I gotta get up and pee. And you're telling your body like I just got to make it to the bathroom. It's around the corner. I'm good. And then you see there's a line because you have like 3 lines of defense. You have like that you clench your ass almost and it like keeps you peeing, you know. And then you can relax that. But if you relax that, there's like no going back. You know what I mean? So you got to stay completely like held together until you're at the toilet. Because once you relax a little bit, if there's in a big line, then you're fucked.
Last night I was so
very clansy to me when you put it on. Very, it's like a LL Cool J, B-boy, KKK, LL Cool K over here. Just
it's fucking a collab. Yeah. It's a collab, the Clan and LL. KKK XLLJ. I like how I'm wearing this hat, so like people if they're offended by it, they're like, well, look at him, he's got problems. He's not a sentient being.
This is like when Frank eats his shirt and hat. Like, wow, come on. This is John. And John tuned into. If you just tuned into the podcast for the first time, and it's John going like, I got varicose vein. I'm eating my soup. Do you want to see pictures of my soup? I'm like, oh wow, that gentleman does like make a wish with podcasts.
Kevin does a show with a soft-headed human.
That's the title.
I forget what we were talking about.
Next fucking voicemail. Oh, it's just about peeing your pants. Whatever. Next voicemail.
Oh yeah. All I was gonna say was I did consider being like, guys, I'm sorry, I gotta cut the line.
Yeah.
I thought about it.
Like if you're ever like about to piss your pants in like a stadium, just cut the line and deal with the repercussions.
Right.
You know.
And
you know what? You can tell too. By the way, if someone came up to me and was just like, dude, I gotta pee my pants, I'm cutting you, I'd be like, no. If someone, like, you look into someone's eyes and you're like, I'm a grown adult and I'm gonna piss in my pants if you guys don't let me. Please, God. It's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. What's up, KFC, Feits, everyone else? Got a hypothetical for you. If you were to have to come up with a porn reality show, what would the title be and what would the premise be? So, here's mine. It'd be called Fuck of the Draw. And there'd be 10 guys, 10 girls. There'd be a deck of cards with each person's face on. They'd do various challenges, games, and then whoever won drew a card. Whoever's face was on that corresponding one, they'd have to fuck them and make a scene. So there's mine. Love to hear what you guys think.
Fuck of the draw. Fuck of the draw. You have a deck of cards. You pull out the person's face. You have to fuck them. Pretty simple. Don't really know where the competition comes in, but it's a bunch of people fucking. Because I guess that would be the point of. See, the problem I've thought about this.
It's just a more confusing segment. Spin the bottle.
Yeah, basically. Asa once did a show. I think it was like American Idol for porn.
Yeah. Oh,
right.
They got some good deals, good stars out of it.
So I was gonna say how nobody watched it, but.
I didn't watch the show. I
watched the porn show.
I've watched their later work.
See,
Eva Lovia was one of them.
Wow.
I think AJ Applegate was one of them. Let's
figure it out. Found some diamonds in the rough there. I was gonna say like, while I've said many times on this show that I'd rather like the beginning when they're talking and doing the intro and all that kind of shit. So like, you would think that I would almost enjoy other sorts of porn programming. Like, the idea sounds good to me. Like, oh, this is cool. It's like a competition and the people are going to fuck. Like, I'll watch that. But you're not gonna, because you're not going to, like, watch that with other people. You're not going to, like, get your popcorn out and sit on the couch, because it's basically at the end, you just, like, watch somebody get railed. So it's like, you're just going to watch your porn and jerk off. You're not going to watch a fucking TV show around it. I will watch an introduction. I will watch a conversation. I won't watch a full-blown competition show.
Okay, so
but I should want to.
It's called. Hey, it was $1 million.
Okay, now I'm back.
It's called The Sex Factor.
Yes,
presented by
like X
Asla
Factor,
Kira.
right.
Judges Lexi Bell, Tori Black, Remy LaCroix, and Kieran Lee. It's a 20-minute show. I want to find
you had to like
contestants.
perform in front of them.
Okay, contestants. Let's see. I don't know any of these men. Donnie Rock, Barry Newport.
Just go to women. He said that like you don't know any men that other people are gonna.
Wait,
you don't
no.
know. Nobody does.
Wait, no, none. Maybe I was wrong then.
You made that up?
Yeah.
See,
Evil
you know
Ovia
what
was
the show-
definitely a fucking.
You know what I've. You know what? Here's where I feel like I can. Here's like the line of porn competition. Throated. You seen Throated? You know what I'm talking about?
You asking me if I?
Yeah. By the way, I threw out a few texts this weekend to people just like, you know what gape gloves are? It was either people saying yes or people like saying yes, but I don't think they do. You know?
Liars!
Yeah, I was like, don't Google this. I was like, you fucking Google me. But listen, for like $1 million, if the prize is big enough, and it's like, how bad do you want it, girl? How bad do you want it, man? Like, I think a porn competition show where there's like a little bit of like in Survivor, you watch some of these challenges and there's a little bit of like human suffering that goes on, right? I don't want to see that in my porn because that's going to get, I mean, I do want to see that in my porn. But not for like a challenge.
Yeah, so what we're describing is we just want to see a kink production.
Yeah, basically. But you know what would be funny? Actually, I do want to see human suffering on the guy's side. That would be funny. Like if there's $1 million, how about this? If there's like $1 million on the line and these dudes have to last a certain amount of time, but like the hottest chicks in the world come out and they're just like blowing him and he's like, no, and he comes and he loses all the money. Imagine you got to last 10 minutes and it's 9:58 and you're like, no, I'm coming.
I like that.
That would be amazing.
I like that.
That would be amazing.
I thought you were talking about like guys getting tied up and fucked and stuff.
I need them to like, be like, or like you got to get your dick hard, but like Asa Akira's out there like making fun of you or something like that, and you get stage fright. You're like, come on, man, just get my dick hard. I'll get like $500,000, and it just doesn't happen. Because that's the plight of man. That's the plight of men. That's where we're cooking. Okay, so that's okay. What would it be called? What would it be called? It's got to have a punny thing. You know what I mean?
You pig. Yeah, because greed. Pigs are greedy.
Yeah,
rich.
it's got to be called like piggy bank. Piggy bang. Gotta get in the piggy bang, or like
That might not test well.
piggy bang.
Sounds
Yeah.
like you're just banging pigs.
Yeah. Fucking Black Mirror episode 1.
But it's got so the pig has a humiliation. Pig's a big one in the humiliatory community.
Sure. Pigs are smart. Pigs are smart.
Pig.
Pigs are smart.
So,
Just saying that. Pigs are smart.
okay.
And they like to fuck, I think. I think pigs fuck too.
Pigs fuck?
And they're smart. They must.
All I know about pigs is they can sometimes shit on their own balls. That one picture? You know that one
Yeah.
picture?
Yeah.
It's just a turd on his balls.
So
It's funny.
can you, bro.
Funny picture.
So can you. Yeah, we'll workshop the title, but yeah, it's gonna have to be guys.
You want to be a
who
rich
need-
little piggy?
God, I hate you. Oh, God. All right, last voicemail today is brought to you by Modern Finance. Everybody out there talks like they're an expert. They know crypto. They know a guy. They know about the earnings call. They know this is happening. They know that's happening. You got to buy this, get in on that, sell early, all this shit. And nobody knows what they're talking about. Oh, you know, I love the people who tell me, like, they start a conversation about NFTs. Like, it's an NFT, non-fungible. I'm like, yeah, I fucking know that. You're just regurgitating what you read on Wikipedia. But I want to know some real shit, and that's where Modern Finance comes in. It's the crypto show for everyone, for the novices and the experts alike. It's their mission to explain the world of crypto and NFTs and finance without dumbing it down too much. So they'll make it basic so you can understand it, but if you're an expert and you do know what's going on, you can also get something out of this as well. True Ventures partner Kevin Rose interviews tech experts, entrepreneurs, modern finance tools, and others to help understand crypto, NFTs, and even traditional finance hacks. So if you want to make money, learn how to make money, learn how to save money, learn what the new investments are, the new vehicles are, all that shit, Modern Finance is for you. Don't just be like, I got a crypto guy. Talk to the guys who really know what they're doing. And so check out Modern Finance. The landscape is harder than ever to navigate right now, and so you don't have to do it alone. Do it with these guys who will hold your hand and explain to you what's really going on. So check it out. Kevin Rose on the Modern Finance podcast every single week. Download wherever you can listen to podcasts. Last one, what do we got?
KFC Feits, Jackie, Nick, what's going on? Got more like a conversation starter, kind of a question here. What's like the funniest, like you had to be there moment you guys have ever had, like, with your friends or whatever, just try to explain it. For me, I got two kind of. One, we were at a bar, pretty crowded, and there was one guy doing live music. He had a guitar, he was singing. He was okay. And we convinced our drunk buddy that it was scary.
Like, let me just waste your time with this story that I know is not going to be good because you had to be there. When you preface it and then try to tell me the story, I know the story. Finish it off because I want to know just how bad it's going to sound.
And we had him go wait up right next to the stage and told him it was his next. He had no idea. The guy was confused. The other one is my guy was at a restaurant. One of my
I don't even think if I was there it would be funny. You had to be there? No, you had to be at a different store. You had to be at a different bar where something else was going on that was interesting.
His check to sign, and the waitress pushed it towards him with her fingers on the receipt to sign it, and he signed it. And as he was signing it, he traced around her fingers. And it was the most confusing look I've ever seen on a person, and we all just busted out laughing as players. All right, thanks.
That's a good one. I don't get it, but I guess if you guys laughed, I think your friends are just stupid and you don't have a good sense of humor.
What was his question? Because I gotta admit, I was busy reading the.
You can't multitask just like Jackie. You've been electrocuted.
The episode, the breakdowns of the Sex Factor. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna do this real quick. No one ever got eliminated from the show. Okay. Episode A. The girls won the challenge and they cast votes. 3 girls voted Donnie Rock while blah, 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 blah. First episode, one guy got sent home, David Caspian. Next episode, the judges invited David Caspian back. Next episode, there was no elimination in this episode as the challenge was not complete and continues in the next episode. Episode D, there was no elimination in this episode as the challenge was not complete and continues in the next episode. Episode E, there was no elimination in this episode as the challenge was not complete and continues in the next episode. Episode F.
This is just people fucking.
The challenge of the previous 3 episodes was concluded and the winners were declared.
That was just one gangbang. I can't.
So wait, what was the question? Sorry.
What is your biggest you had to be there story? I just let me think. Do you remember your worst stories? Tell me your worst story. It's I don't fucking know, man. You had to be there.
Yeah, I don't have any you had to be there stories because I know those are not stories you tell.
I kind of got one. It was more of a party. It was kind of so one time. I was at my buddy Mike's house, Mike Kawish. Shout out to the Sixth Sense. He's a rapper. And we were watching football, I think, right? And then we were in his basement, and somebody grabbed. He had a economy size big bulk pack of toilet paper, and somebody grabbed one and kind of threw it like a football, and caught it. And then it was a bunch of guys, and then someone threw it at somebody. It's hit him, and all of a sudden it became dodgeball with toilet paper rolls, and the room just kind of evenly divided up. All of a sudden we just without saying anything, we all knew who was on one team and who was on the other, and we're just behind chairs and popping up. People are getting sniped in the head, taking body shots with full rolls of toilet paper. It's the rolls are coming out. You hear these things whistling past your head. It was we were in Nam, man. It was crazy. It was so much fun. We were in probably 10th grade, 9th grade, so just back when guys are just doing dumb shit, you know. And it was so much fun, and then we were let's do that again. Let's just do it again, man. And it was what are we doing here? We're just throwing fucking toilet paper at each other.
We have to clean this up.
Yeah, it wasn't working. It was nearly as fun. The toilet paper, and I don't know. It was the first time. It was the most fun. I have a vivid memory of it, and the next time it was just absolutely awful. It was just what we are fucking idiots.
I fucking that sounds awesome.
It was
I don't
fun.
Think that's you had to be their story because that's story.
No, but it was when you try to recapture something.
Yeah,
it's just
it
just didn't work. You know.
I don't think I have any you had to be there. There was one time
you definitely do. It's just you don't.
I don't even.
We don't remember them. It's like, you know.
I don't know why this one popped in my head, but it was like we're taking a ferry to Martha's Vineyard, me and like 6 friends, and we were doing scratch tickets, and we didn't win any money. And
I remember that. Yeah.
And one of our buddies says, "Give it to G. He works in numbers." And we all kind of laughed. We're like that's what you think he does? Like he works in numbers? And my buddy goes, "Well, someone tell me more accurately what I do." And we were all like,
couldn't do.
We like erupted into laughter because no one knew what he did.
That's a good one.
And we erupted into laughter so much so that the fucking the captain came over. Was like, "You guys have to be quiet. Like you're being so loud."
No, that's a perfect example. When it's just like something that your crew is infectious and funny to you, and then it's like, what was so funny, dude? It's like, well, we didn't know what my friend does.
We don't know what my best friend does for work. Which I don't know what any. Dude, I was with one of my best friends this weekend, and my dad was like, "So where does he work?" Because my parents were with us too, and we were like out. We were going out later. And my dad's like, "So what is he doing for work these days?" I was like, I don't even know where he lives.
No idea, bro.
Like, I literally don't know where.
I can't tell.
I don't know what state he lives in.
I can't tell if I'm a bad friend or if that's normal.
I think.
Where sometimes I'm like, how many kids does he have again? Like I don't even know how many times my best friends have procreated. I don't know where they work. I don't know where they live.
Like I know he's visiting New York for the weekend. I think he lives in Chicago, but it might be Massachusetts.
You know what?
He does like weird things.
I check out with marriage. I know who you married, and that's it. I don't know your job. I don't know your kids.
I don't know what a single one of my best friends does for a job. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I
you know, broad strokes, finance, like doctor.
I
like
might be
medical.
able to tell you the company they work for,
but you know,
But I don't know like what they do.
I just know that I know your one buddy was an accountant and he got fired. That's the only story I know.
No, this is the same kid who was in town this weekend. He got fired by his accountant.
Right.
He was.
He was. Yeah.
His accountant fired him.
Right. So I didn't even know that one. I do know that Frank Grillo is a bomb-ass stuntman who has parlayed that into some of his own movies, and he is now a 56-year-old fucking specimen. And our interview with him is brought to you by Simply Safe. Frank Grillo doesn't have Simply Safe. Why? Because he's just
doesn't need it.
He's just like, who's gonna break into this house? And everyone's like, not fucking me, dude. But for the rest of us who aren't, chiseled from stone and have the balls of steel like a stuntman, Simply Safe is here for you. It's the best home security system in 2021, and it just got better. It has an ultra-wide 140-degree field of view, so you can keep watch over your entire yard. It has 1080p HD resolution with an 8x zoom on the camera, so you can zoom in and see things clear like faces and identifying license plates and critical features if, God forbid, anything ever does happen to your house with burglars or criminals or anyone of any kind. It's got built-in spotlights with night vision, so you can keep an eye on what's going on day and night. It has easy to remove rechargeable batteries, so you never run out of power. The camera has it all and integrates with your Simply Safe home security system, extending the protection to outside, not just inside on the property. I mean, they've got everything covered. And so to learn more about the Simply Safe wireless outdoor security camera, visit simplysafe.com/KFC radio, and you'll get 20% off your entire new system and your first month free with the monitoring service when you enroll in the interactive monitoring. So that's simplysafe.com/KFC radio. Enroll in the interactive monitoring. You get 20% off your new system plus the first free month of monitoring system. The wireless outdoor security camera system, all state-of-the-art, all top-notch. And you can get it right now for 20% off. Simply Safe, SIMPLI, safe.com/KFC radio.
What's up, you son of a bitches?
What's up? What's up, guy?
What's up, my
How
man?
you doing, Frank Grillo? What's up, bud? Look at you and your fucking obnoxious
put
arms.
a fucking sweatshirt on. What is
Seriously.
this?
Come on, man.
Get out of town.
Literally, fuck off. The interview's over. Fuck this. What an asshole this guy
You know what
is.
they are? Hey, those are old man arms.
Yeah.
When you get old, you get
You're fucking 58?
6.
6. Like it matters.
Don't make me any fucking older than her.
Bro, you're gonna
look
be
younger than both of us. Shut up.
Seriously.
What? You guys have beautiful, supple skin on your face.
Yeah, you definitely got that old guy jacked, like ripped skin. It looks like it's about to rip because you're so fucking shredded.
Frank, I'll make you a deal right now. I'll trade you my fucking face for your biceps. Done.
You can have all my skin. You can have all of my skin.
Hey, you will regret that.
You know who must fucking hate you? Is the other fucking 55 and 60-year-old guys in your circle. They must be like, I have old balls and
listen.
prostate problems, and you look at you.
No, forget about 50. There's fucking 40-year-olds.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in the gym with, like, these 40-year-old dudes are like, I'm like, how old are you? He's like 39. I'm like, you're disgusting.
You're talking about me. He's talking about me. Bro, if we went to the gym together, you would be appalled at me, dude. You would be disgusted with me and my inability to do things.
I'm just looking at your shoulders. I would never go to the gym with you.
It would be a complete and total waste of your time to do anything with me. No, you're not. No, you're not. It would be appalling. I'd be like benching like less. Like I need like a less than a bar. I need like no, the bar's too heavy. Can you spot me?
I only bench 450.
Oh my God. God the fuck. Frank, I don't think I've ever benched 450 cumulatively. If you add up everything I've ever benched, I don't think it gets to 450.
That actually probably isn't a joke.
It's really not. It's probably not. Actually, how did...
I want to come work with you guys.
No. You can work out with him. I'll just like watch you guys and tell jokes.
You keep doing things right now that like if you want to trade places, like we already talked about skin, you can have my skin, no big deal. But if you want, we talked about skin, I want to trade lives with you.
Mm-hmm.
You are in every fucking movie that I love with all my goddamn heart.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for Cop Shop, dude. Every movie, if you want to see a fucking fun movie, you have to see a Frank Grillo movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking unbelievable.
Hey, you should talk to some of the other critics, though.
Well, he was running through his list. He's going through like the IMDb, and he's like, "Oh, that one. Oh, I love that. This is my favorite. Wait a minute, I love all these fucking movies." And he's known as the guy who like he knows the movies that are entertaining and fun and like a good time that the audience likes. So if he gives you the cosign, normal people are gonna like it, and you've got like 10 of those.
Let me tell you something. Like at this point, I mean, who knows when I'm gonna die, right? But I'm only interested in making those kinds of movies, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm not. First of all, I'm not that kind of an actor where I'm like chasing awards or accolades.
You mean a good one? You're not that good of an actor.
No, I have some awards. Hey, you know what? I mean, I got a fucking
Fuck your Oscar. That's what I need.
I don't need an Oscar. Fuck your ass with an Oscar. I got that.
How much money does an Oscar make? Look at my fucking action figure. I'm retiring off that one, pal.
My favorite movies are what people call B movies. I don't even know what that is.
Dude, that's nonsense.
Yeah.
It's like, you're right. It's not in French and black and white. It's just fucking awesome because shit blows up and people say cool things.
Yeah, or this guy. Evidently, every movie Oscar Isaac is in, it's fucking good. I don't know him. I don't give a shit about that guy. Anyway.
No, you know what movies you make? You know what B movies are? Is like those are the movies I lay in bed at night and I like pretend that situation happened to me, or I think like what would be my catchphrase after I kill the bad guy, or what would I say before I fuck the main girl, like all that shit.
So okay, cut to now. I'm a guy who's like you, only I'm getting to do it.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like,
hence fuck you.
This is amazing.
Yeah, I mean was that the plan? Were you like always, were you just an Italian meathead, or you actually wanted to be an actor when you were growing up?
No, I never wanted to be an actor. I played sports.
I wasn't a fucking loser.
You weren't a thespian, Frank?
Yeah. Stunning.
No. How about this? But it's funny because sometimes I'll go to these fucking parties, rarely because I fucking hate them. But I'll go and I'll hear some dude go, anyway, the thing about Chekhov. And I'm like, all right, I gotta leave. I gotta leave this.
Check out. How about that? See you later, man.
No, I'd be like, yeah, the gun, I know.
Yeah.
I'd fucking flex on that. Like, I've heard of Chekhov's gun. You're not that smart.
No, but that shit is so,
Anyway,
people talking to hear their own voice.
You know what I realized ever since I did the film Warrior?
And I'm so happy you brought it up. It's like, it's literally my favorite movie of all time. Unbelievable.
I love you.
Unbelievable.
Great. I mean, everybody's great. So ever since then, I was on to I was like, oh, wait a minute. I get it now. Now you get the attention. Okay, so I get to mix now. Like, I'm a physical dude. I'm a wrestler. I'm a fighter. I'm a boxer. I do Muay Thai. I'm like, oh, if I mix the two, right? If I find roles that are physical, maybe I'll get paid. And lo and behold, not only did I get paid, but I found something like acting to me is okay. It could be okay.
Bro, choose your words carefully.
Do you hate your job?
I think you don't like being an actor.
No, I love being an actor, but I love doing this is why I love Carnahan, man, because I went and did The Gray. I went and did Warrior with Gavin O'Connor. Then I went and did The Gray with Carnahan. I'm like, these are the fucking guys.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are the guys that I want to work with. These are the roles I want to play. And sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. But I got to tell you something. I have a fucking ball.
Yeah.
I don't care who's in the movie. I'm having a ball.
You know what? It is.
Because I am a meathead.
It's kind of similar to what we did. Like before we started podcasts and doing videos and shit, we've been doing this for a long time. We just wrote blogs on our website. And we weren't journalists. We weren't getting we're not going to win any awards ourselves. We're not going to get any accolades. The New York Times, you're not going to be in the Times. But tons of fucking people are reading our shit. Everybody was quoting it. We're coming up with the catchphrases and the things that people say. Right. And the normal people were consuming our stuff. And it's like, well, isn't that the point, to reach all these people and entertain them?
Right? That's pop. Let me tell you something. It's about pop culture. Right. It's about pop culture.
Right.
And, I can't leave. Listen, I don't do fucking, intelligentsia films because I'm not Oscar Isaac.
Brother, you could barely say the phrase intelligentsia films, let alone do them.
Exactly right. You're exactly right. I'm a moron. But I'm telling you something. I drive down the street. I just drive down the street. I get pulled over 50 times a day by dudes. Brother, love you, man. You're my guy. I'm like, that's all I need.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
We always said that, where if we were gay, we would clean up. Clean up. All our fans are men.
I mean, I was about to say, it's not like chicks are ever yelling at you, and then I'm like, no, the chicks are probably yelling at him
probably
too.
yelling at you too.
The chicks are yelling, I love your movies too. Man, but really though, I really can't help but feel for the. Are you married, kids, single guy? What's your situation?
I just got divorced after 20. I've been married my whole adult life. I got divorced from an amazing woman. You probably won't ever hear anybody say that. But we've been divorced now for a couple of years. I have a beautiful girlfriend. You could look her up. Her name is Nikki Whelan. She's an actress. She
said that with a smile, huh?
One of the most beautiful creatures I've ever seen in my life. I get to beat her up. She's Australian. That's fun. So I am in a serious relationship.
Well, the only reason I asked is because I guess if you get out of married life, just thinking about you being at some of these double dates or cocktail parties with other guys, where it's just like, well, I just the only thing I do is golf a little bit and I, sit at my desk all day, and then you got to walk in there.
I'm not, hey,
what's up, pussies?
I'm not at that dinner.
Yeah. Not even doing them. Not even bothering.
I'm in the gym putting up weight.
No. Basically, most of my friends are fighters. Mm-hmm. So, and I don't like hanging out with them because they're meatheads. But I live up in the hills because I can. And I have a pool and 2 cane corsos and 3 sons and my girlfriend, and that's kind of my life.
That's all you need.
I kind of do my thing, and then I try. I'm about to go to Rome Wednesday. I'm playing for the first time. To talk about Oscar Isaac. I don't know why I'm on Oscar.
This poor bastard.
Oscar Isaac better watch his fucking back.
I was going to say, if Frank ever catches him in the street, he's going to fucking wedgie
you. Call me up. I'll come get him with you. I'll fucking bang. You want some Oscar?
I'm about to go play Lamborghini, the guy. I'm about to go play
shit. That's
in
very
cool.
cool.
Yeah, with Bobby Moresco, the guy who wrote, remember the movie Crash?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wrote Crash. He's directing it. So I'm actually going to go play a real person. I'm going to fucking fail miserably.
Dude, I can only picture all your uncles and shit, back in the Bronx, being like, hey, Frankie made it. Playing an Italian.
Play your Lambo.
All those Sunday dinners he came home for, thank God.
Listen, I wish they were in the Bronx. All my family's in Italy. So the idiots are going to come fucking watch me do this.
Bro, you're never coming home. No. You're an Italian citizen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're never coming back.
You are.
We're losing, Frank.
You're
Frank to
gone,
the boot.
Dude, you are a true blue guinea. Unbelievable. Have you ever done a Sunday dinner where where you got the big tins and you're fucking mashing up the tomatoes?
Wait. Have I ever not done
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there ever a Sunday you don't?
You guys are lunatics. We talk about this all the time. Kids in college used to go home, be like, I gotta go home for Sunday dinner. Be like, bro, we're getting drunk and hooking up with girls on Sunday afternoon at the beach. Why are you going home? Like, Mom's gonna make me. You're nuts. You're nuts.
I'm telling you, my mother, rest her soul, she passed away a couple years ago. But I just bought a pizza place here in LA, a pizza Italian restaurant with a buddy of mine. And immediately I said, get rid of these fucking meatballs, my mother's meatballs.
Of course.
I'm making meatballs for
and I
restaurant.
love, it's always my mother's fucking recipe for the sauce. It's like, it's salt and pepper and basil. That's all it fucking is.
Are you crazy? Oh my God.
No, I'm Irish. I'm not crazy. I'm fucking Irish. I eat the ragu from the fucking, I remember I used to work with these real Italian guys and I would call it noodles. And he was like, for the love of God, just stop calling it noodles. At least call it pasta.
Are you a Chinaman?
Dude, hey, we're both Irish, and I do like the fact that, because we make fun of Italians a good amount on this show.
Pretty decent amount.
And people are just like, dude, I'm sorry we don't have your culinary expertise of boiled meats. Like,
yeah, we're not one to talk.
By the way, bad boiled meats. But I have to tell you something. I love the Irish. Carnahan, my buddy is Irish. Most of my friends are Irish. I'm in love with Irish culture.
There's a kinship amongst us. I feel like Irish people are just Italians without muscles, and Italians are Jews without money. And everybody's kind of the same, and we all hang out, and like we can all take a joke, and we all got like comedy, and it's all fun.
But my girlfriend is from Australia, but she's half Irish, and I think Irish people are the most beautiful people on the planet.
Thank you very much, Frank.
Yeah. I can tell she's in the room. I can tell. Yeah.
She just got here. Without her in the room, what did I say about her?
She said you were the
most beautiful creature you've ever seen, I believe, was the quote.
Yep. It's a fact. It's a fact, Nikki.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, that accent. Forget it. The accent, I'm over. I'm in love already. Jesus. So, you're a fighter, you said. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
I'm a Mets fan. I'm watching the game last night. Lindor and Baez are talking shit. You know, they're running their mouths. They're fighting with the Yankees, and Judge and Stanton are out there kind of like, what's up? Now, obviously, Aaron Judge and Mike Stanton are big fucking guys.
And much better athletes. Anyway, go ahead.
They're also made of fucking glass. So I'm going to say tag team fight. It's Baez and Lindor, two like Puerto Rican brothers from another mother versus these two fucking doofus ogres who can't even stay on the baseball field. Who wins in a fight?
The little guys.
Yeah, that's what I said.
First of all, you got any kind of Puerto Rican, Dominican, Mexican, do not fight them.
They can throw hands, yes.
So I'm in the gym every day, and I got to tell you something. The guys that I don't want to fuck with are 118 pounds, and they're from Mexico City.
Exactly.
I'm not kidding. Yeah, the big guy. Listen, every guy I've ever had a fight with, the big fucking muscle heads, or are you looking at my girlfriend? Boom! One punch.
See you later.
Yep. Made of glass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm happy you said that. I thought we were going a different way. Now I got some backup. Now I'm gonna put that clip all over the fucking internet, man. So tell me about this movie.
You're working with Gerard Butler, by the way. Sorry to interrupt.
That's his guy.
I mean, I fall in love with franchises a lot. I'm a big Fast and Furious guy, but my new one's been the Fallen franchise. Olympus, London, Angel. I think Night has fallen is next. Gerard Butler is the king of these movies.
He's great. And let me tell you, he's carved out a great niche for himself. And he is a very valuable guy in the world of movies. He really is. The way movies get made, like Gerard Butler is one of the top 5 guys. If you have Butler, you're getting a lot of money.
Wow.
Really?
And I've known Jerry a long time. It was great. It was great to go and work with him finally. This was a movie during COVID that it was a script called Police Station, which was not good. And they gave it to me and Joe Carnahan for him to rewrite. And Carnahan's an A-list writer, and he made Cop Shop. That's what it. And then Jerry signed on.
Got it.
Jerry had been kind of hanging around the script for 3 years.
Right.
When Joe rewrote it, Jerry was in.
That's just crazy to me how long it lasts. Like I hear that stuff all the time. Where I think I just read a GQ article on Matt Damon where he's talking about The Last Duel, and that's been 7 years in the making or something like that. Like that's crazy. 3 years, 5 years, 7 years. That's a huge emotional investment over a long period of time.
It really is. And by the way, usually when you have a script that goes that far, the actors change because look, now 7 years, I'm going to be dead. So, but this was a few years. Jerry was hanging on to it, but he didn't commit to it. It was not a good script. Trust me. I don't remember the guy who wrote the original script. No offense, but Joe Carnahan wrote the script.
Yeah.
Right. And did as good of what you could do with it as you possibly could to make it something really entertaining. And Jerry signed on. It was the middle of COVID. But because it was made in a contained way, in one set, we hired some doctors who created a protocol, hired 300 people, and we went and made this movie.
Wow.
Like when nobody was making movies. No one. We were the first.
That's pretty cool. I mean, that's
cool.
so that's this will be the first movie that was made wholly in COVID coming out.
During COVID.
Wow.
Yeah. And to me, and I don't want to sound like a fucking whatever, but it was amazing hiring all these people who were suffering because they weren't working.
Mm-hmm.
Most people on movie sets are just working blue collar people.
Right,
and,
right.
It was just great to have that, we got a job for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So
You kind of that provider feel, which I mean, it must feel good doing a movie, but then also being like, I'm helping, not necessarily helping. It's not charity, but you're giving a job to somebody.
No, we're kind of taking a chance here and creating some jobs. It was, and that's as altruistic as I'll get. But
well, yeah. Listen, not everybody in the movie industry has that Marvel money coming in, bro.
No, they don't.
I mean, that's got to be to me. That's the equivalent of getting drafted in the sport that you play, or hitting the fucking lottery. It's like you get into the Marvel world, comic book world right now. That's the one thing I would tell my agent if I was an actor coming up. I'd be like, I don't care about anything else, no awards, no nothing. Just get me into the Marvel series somehow.
World. I know, but when we did Cap 2, Winter Soldier, Evans, he was kind of I don't know if I want to keep doing this. I'm like, what?
Are you fucking crazy?
You know what this is going to be? Because it wasn't really Marvel. That was the beginning of Marvel.
Yeah, definitely.
It was Iron Man and then this.
Winter Soldier's arguably the best one, my favorite one.
Yeah.
I think Winter Soldier's unbelievable.
Not because I'm in it. I just had this conversation. I think it's the best Marvel movie. I think as a film,
it's the most complex. It's darker. The villains are interesting. It's very cool.
The writing is great. It's a movie. It's not a Marvel movie.
Right.
Yeah, even Scorsese would be like, "This is cinema."
I was gonna say even the distinction of it's a movie, not a Marvel. But I know what you mean. But also same sort of thing. It's those movies. They'll make you cry. They'll make you cheer. They'll make you go through it all. It's just because it's fantasy and not rooted in. Who fucking cares?
But is it real? I have a 13-year-old son who was in the movie Boss Level with me. My kid played my kid.
That's awesome.
He was in one movie. He goes, nah, I'm done with this.
Really?
He is so engrossed in the mythology of it. He understands it in a political way, in a spiritual way. I'm like, oh, I because I'm a fucking lughead.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean,
but why is Lord of the Rings considered to be such great literature and movies and doesn't have that same?
It's English.
Yeah, right. It's got a fancy fucking writer, and it's the same sort of shit if you ask me. And it is there are so many. It's allegories and symbolism and all this shit for much bigger, more complex stuff. Anybody who can't get behind that, it's get.
I know.
But I think what's interesting is having a guy like yourself who does seem to be down to earth and understands the world and street smart to tell a guy like Chris Evans you know, maybe he was thinking like, I don't know if I want to do this because I want to go get the awards or I want to go work it with this fucking Oscar Isaac guy, whatever. But having someone be like, you're holding a lottery ticket, you're gonna rip it up, brother? Are you fucking crazy?
Yeah, man. I mean, look, you know, I'm sure at this point he's got hundreds of millions of dollars in the bank, and he's become, you know, an A-list, in-demand, very specific actor. Like it's, you know, that's because of Kevin Feige and Marvel.
Right,
like
dude, that guy, man.
That made him,
he might be the most important person in the world right now.
Oh, he is.
Like, not even the industry, the world.
Well, look what he's done for every white guy named Chris.
Change your name right now. Get a stage name if you're coming up in the game. I'm Chris. Make it happen for me. Oh, you know what? We've had an argument before. We had Paul
Bettany.
What's that?
Paul Bettany.
Yeah, but we were talking about who has the best ass on the set, and it was between Chris Evans and Anthony Mackie, right?
Mackie,
so Anthony Mackie said that he had the best ass because everyone said Chris Evans has America's ass, and Anthony Mackie said, no, I got the best ass. I don't know about my guy right here. You might have the fucking best ass on the set. Flex those cheeks on him, man.
Oh, it's the squat rack.
Yeah. Could be an Instagram model with that ass, Frank.
They both need to examine themselves. Chris Evans has a better ass.
Chris does.
All right. Put one check for.
I'll tell you why. Mackie's got he's got a big ass.
I know what you're saying.
A great big ass.
Yeah.
And Evans has like a tiny little ass with a little waist and a big shoulder. So he's, you know. Like,
I feel like I think. Go ahead.
I'm a little attracted to him. Him and Oscar Isaac.
Who's the biggest in all the films you've done? Who's the biggest? Like, obviously, you're a self-proclaimed meathead. Who's giving you like a run for your money? Like, I mean, you've been on set with Tom Hardy, Joel Edgerton, who, you know, I mean, you taught him with Beethoven. He wasn't really more of a meathead. He was more about the science of it. But then you got Tom Hardy, you got Chris Evans, you got, you know, Hemsworth, you got everybody. Who's your like? All right, he can kind of go toe to toe with me, meathead status.
You know, Hemsworth is a big boy. He's a big stud, and he trains a bit. You know, Mackie's a dude, even though he went to Juilliard.
So this is you saying nobody, basically, right? This answer is nobody can go toe to toe.
I mean, a real fight?
Yeah, let's go real fight. Nobody?
None of those guys.
Who could beat you up in a fight then? The Dominicans and the guys at the gym, of course. But is there any?
Yeah, I mean, lots of fighters. Yeah, fights. But you know, I've been training jiu-jitsu for 15 years.
Is there anybody at all in Hollywood who could beat you up?
Beat me up.
Like, is there anybody else who does training and shit? Like some.
You know who's a bad mofo is talking about being movies is Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
He is a legit badass.
Yeah, didn't he break his back filming something? Wasn't that like?
Yeah.
Like, was it Expendables maybe?
Yeah, and by the way, I think he walked away.
Yeah.
But he's also Mensa smart. Like and maybe one of the most handsome fucking guys you've ever seen.
I mean, Drago was like, forget about it.
But you know, listen, here's the deal about Hollywood. There's a lot of fake tough guys.
Yeah.
I mean, you know. I mean, Mickey Rourke knows how to fight.
Yeah. Well, also
that's not a necessity.
I also think there's a difference between training and knowing how to fight. Like, I feel like you've been in a couple scraps before that had nothing to do with my Muay Thai training. It just has to do with life, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm a felon.
Wait, are you really a felon?
I am.
What would you do?
Come from a place, a fight.
That's not felon.
That doesn't count.
I train. Like, I train fighting my whole life. So even if you can beat me, you better wake up next day. It's coming again.
Yeah.
Stop.
Do you keep an eye on any of this celebrity boxing shit that goes on the internet now?
You know, I try not to. Like, I know Jake Paul is all popular and stuff.
Have you seen any? Like, do you think he can fight at all?
No, he hasn't fought anybody like his size. Now, I saw Vito Belfort called him out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did he? I mean, yeah. That's
embarrassing debacle with what is it with these 58-year-old guys coming out of, you know?
I read a quote that his quote was like, I'm good to go. Like, I'm not worried about my age. And it was like, why are you not? You're fucking sick. And like, no shade to him. It's like, you shouldn't be. You're almost 60.
No,
this is the only fucking weirdo in the world who can still do it at these ages.
But here's the deal. I'm not Evander Holyfield. You look at his career, from his amateur career, Olympian. He's fought every heavyweight. He's 100 years old.
Yeah,
100 years old. In fight.
At least,
right?
Yeah.
We should not be encouraging Evander Holyfield to fight. And I don't want to see the great Evander Holyfield get fucking knocked out by belt fight. Like, that's not the way to go out.
But the same reason that he would still take the fight is the reason why he would lose the fight. It's just like, it's not, he's crazy enough and beat up enough to even take it. That's why
what do you think the check was?
Yeah, it's probably pretty
if that check comes on time.
Yeah.
I know.
But that's why guys like Mayweather, though, it's like, Mayweather, he doesn't put on entertaining pay-per-views or entertaining fights per se, but he's going to walk away with his brain. Well, his brain's not great to begin with, but he's going to have all his money and, you can read Dr. Seuss books.
He's not getting hit. Mayweather's not getting hit. First of all, Mayweather never got hit when he fought. But those are exhibitions. And I thought these were going to be more like sparring sessions.
Yeah.
These guys went out.
He went at it.
Yeah. Tito Ortiz went to sleep.
Yeah, that was
bad. He got knocked out.
Yeah.
He's a 45-year-old man or whatever he is. I mean, that is not healthy.
No. You shouldn't be taking headshots like that ever.
Oh my God, we should not be encouraging this.
No, I'm with you. I know. It's like someone's eventually gonna get real hurt, and we're gonna be like, oh yeah, we shouldn't have put that person in a boxing.
Yeah, what were we thinking?
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Well, instead of watching that, everybody should go watch Cop Shop. You're a fucking hell of an interview, man. This was great, dude. Really appreciate it.
I had a great time, man.
Yeah, anytime you're free, we'd love to have you back on to just shoot the shit. So stay in touch, all right, man?
I love it, man. Thanks. You guys are studs.
Really appreciate it,
Frank. Thank you so much, man.
Talk soon.
Have a good one.
Bye, guys.
You just finished up another video here on KFC Radio, so click subscribe. If you've watched it all the way through, you know that you like our content. You know you're going to watch more of our content in the future. So click subscribe now, and it'll just pop up on your YouTube. You won't miss anything.
It is free. I promise you that.
$0.
Free for you, great for us.
Click it.